listening to the Friendswood High School Mustangs on the MCS Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hometown Bank, Select Spine and Sports Medicine, JSC Federal Credit Union, Generators of Houston, Motor Trends, Montz and Mayer Dental Group, and by RE/MAX. And now, the voice of the Mustangs, Kirk and Justin Lowe.
And welcome in to Wildcat Stadium here in Angleton, Texas, where it is Friendswood Mustang playoff implication football. It really is a playoff atmosphere here tonight as Friendswood win and you're in, lose, and you start going to the offseason starting tomorrow. For Justin Lowe, I'm Kirk Lowe with Daniel Feaster on the board tonight. Welcome to MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood football. This is the Hometown Bank of Friendswood pregame show. It is officially cold outside. The winds are whipping out of the north. The cheerleaders are bundled up. The band is bundled up. The coaches are bundled up. The players don't care. They're just here to play some football and to get a win tonight if you're a Friendswood Mustang fan. Justin, welcome in. You excited?
Absolutely nothing like playoff-type football. This is what it's all about. It's what you've been working towards all season, preseason, non-district, district. All that's out the window right now. You're 0-0 if you're the Mustangs. It's do or die from here on out.
Yeah, and for Angleton, a little different. Angleton's in. They're set. They're the number 2 seed. They already know their matchup, etc. How does that play into tonight? I mean, for Angleton, it's not a must-win. However, on the flip side, as a coach, you do not want to go into the playoffs with a loss.
Yeah, as a coach, it's definitely important that you instill that kind of motivation in your players to come out swinging because, like you said, doesn't matter if they win or lose tonight, but you want to have all the motivation in the world going into that playoff series. But as a player, you only get so many high school football games.
Sure.
So many games you can play. And I know how I was. I'm going to play with everything I have at any opportunity because you only have so many.
That's a very good point. And before we move on any further in this broadcast, we'd like to give a big shout-out and a thank you to Foster High School. If it wasn't for Foster right now, this game would have no playoff implications. Foster wins the game last night versus Fort Bend Hightower 21-20, the difference being a blocked extra point. So Foster, thank you. Now, let's get to the matter at hand. These two teams have a good rivalry going back the last few years, especially when it comes to the playoffs. And just, I don't anticipate anything being any different than those earlier matchups here a few years ago.
No, absolutely not. These teams do not like each other, and I can definitely attest to that. Friendswood Mustangs and the Angleton Wildcats do go way back, and like you just said, it's a playoff atmosphere when these guys meet. They have not been in districts before.
No, absolutely.
So it really is just like playoff football. Anytime that these two teams match up, it is a big ball game.
No, absolutely. Again, no doubt about the importance of this ball game tonight. It's a done deal. What we're going to do right now is we're going to hear from Coach Koopman. Now, Coach Koopman and I spoke actually Wednesday morning before the Foster Hightower game had been played. We kind of made some assumptions that Foster was going to win, and it made us look pretty good. But we're going to hear from Coach Koopman right now. Then we'll be back here on the Hometown Bank of Friendswood pregame show. Welcome back to the Pinnacle Construction Coaches Show. Right now, we're joined by the head coach of the Friendswood Mustangs, Coach Robert Koopman. Coach, it all comes down to Game 10, Week 11. Here we are. I know you and I are here talking Wednesday, right. So this is obviously before Thursday night's game. Yep. We got a 24-hour period to work with this week.
Yeah, I mean, we either have something to play for or we don't have something to play for. And so, you know, that big game, that's a huge game. And, you know, one of my coaches said, are we going over there? I said, I don't need to go over there. I just need to hear the final.
That's
and
right.
So,
whatever happens.
I just need the final. And so, hopefully, you know, we're big Foster Falcon fans right now. And so, hopefully they take care of business and allow us to kind of control our own world.
Absolutely. Well, you know, of course, as we're listening to this, you know, we're in the pregame here, and so we are well into assuming that Foster took care of business, and this game is for all the marbles, basically.
Well, then, yeah, it's a playoff game. We went in and told the kids in the weekend that, you know, regardless, this is a playoff game for us, right. And so it's no different If you win, hopefully, if you win, if Foster takes care of business, then we move on. If not, we go home. That's a playoff game.
Oh, absolutely. Now, of course, Angleton, no stranger to Friendswood the last few years. I know that new coach this year, but some of the same type of pedigree there as well.
Yeah. They hired a defense coordinator who's been down there, and they do a great job on defense. You know, before we went I spent our 4 years in 6A. I think us and Angleton tied up once a year, either in the playoffs and it was back and forth, you know, kind of what you would expect between two proud football programs.
No, absolutely. I think the last time y'all played them was at Angleton, and I think that was Justin's junior year.
Yeah.
And got that win over there.
Yeah.
And great facility, great atmosphere, but you know they're going to have. They seem like they're an NFL pipeline too. It seems like over there, doesn't it?
They've got their fair share of DBs running around, and they, you know, between University of Texas and the NFL, it seems like they just send them out.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about this year's squad. First of all, Coach, the mindset of your players coming in. I mean, is everybody kind of routed around the fact that, hey, it is winner?
It is what it is, and I think so, yeah. And so I think, you know, they know the stakes. And, you know, we've talked about it. If there's ever a week that's you don't want to leave any doubt in your preparation, this is the week.
Sure. Well, I think coming off last Friday, you know, you guys look like some of the best offensively. The best we've looked in a while. It's not like things kind of clicked. Like Gordon had a good game. Christian Lee played a great game. Yeah, absolutely. Love seeing him in that, whatever you want to call the Wildcat.
Yeah.
You know, he back there and put that one kid to turf and ran it for about 20-something yards.
He hit a different gear too when he got
really
in.
did.
So, yeah.
He really did. So that's good to see. I hope that you feel like that confidence from that last game has got to hopefully carry on.
And we'll see a little bit more of that tonight.
Yeah, good.
You know, so I mean, our goal is whatever it takes.
Sure.
And so if we get in a bind where we think that's what it is, you know, we'll do that. So so you know, I think we built on offensively. We were better last week. We made a few adjustments and a few kind of minor how we're going to attack and be more forceful downfield, and I think that helped us.
So Angleton now comes in traditionally the wing T. Often, I assume that's kind of the same.
They still are. They'll break it and throw a little bit, but I mean their pedigree is the wing T.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, backs. I know last year they had. Of course, their back last year was. I guess was B.J. Foster playing tailback last year. I know he.
Yes, and the other one's at SMU. So,
that's right. Yeah. So those guys are gone.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they replace them with some.
Angleton and Wyndham, they never had a running back down there, and
Right.
So they're pretty big up front, bigger than Angleton normally is up front, and things. And the quarterback's a 4-year starter. That's handy. He throws the ball and he throws it well when they need to.
Right.
So.
Well, Coach, health-wise of the team, everybody.
Yeah, we are. You know, Connor Haynes is still battling with a pulled hip flexor, and those things are slow to heal. So he's been limited this week.
Okay. Well, you know, again, like I said, it really is pretty cut and dry as far as this conversation goes. It's win, and you move on to play. I assume New Caney.
Yep.
I don't know how that one shakes out. I think New Caney. You lose, your off season starts the next day. So
I'm not ready for off season.
No one is. No one is. You know, there's a tradition here. Obviously, going back, it's 10 years, 11 years, whatever it's been now. These kids were just starting elementary, seemed like some seniors, and now it's. Has that think that weighs on them at all? I mean, hopefully more of a motivator than a.
We haven't certainly brought it up.
Right.
You know, we just bring up that if we get in with out of playing in the district we played in, there's still a chance we can go a lot of rounds, and our goals don't change if we get in.
Right. No, absolutely. Well, Coach, as always, again, no matter what happened Thursday night, good luck to you guys tonight, and look forward to seeing more action. Hopefully, against New Caney next Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Again, this goes Robert Koopman of the Friends with Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the Pinnacle Construction Coaches Show.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Danke at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Danke is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Motor Trends is a locally owned and operated pre-owned auto dealership that specializes in customer service and one-price selling. The Yarbrough family invites everyone from the Friendswood Clear Lake area to look us up online at motortrendsonline.com, or just come on by and see us on FM 528 on the border of Friendswood and Alvin. We have a great selection of trucks, SUVs, sports cars, and sedans. We support Friendswood Athletics.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here from Angleton, Texas, on the campus of Angleton High School, where, again, tonight's District 10 5A D1 matchup is your Friendswood Mustangs coming in with a record of 3-3 versus the Hightower last night. The Angleton Wildcats with a record of 5-1. And again, the key tonight on this is that it's a playoff atmosphere for Friendswood. It's got to feel like a playoff atmosphere for Angleton, though at the end of the day, win or lose, they're already in. We talked about this a little bit earlier. It'd be interesting to see how that does play into it. Just let's kind of revisit that real quick, and then we're going to kind of break down some of the matches we see tonight. With Angleton being in the position they're in, they're the number 2 seed, period. Done deal. Shadow Creek wins. Angleton second. Foster's third. Friendswood or Hightower fighting for fourth. Do you really feel like that's going to affect Angleton at all tonight?
I would say not at the start. Angleton's going to come out firing, wanting to look good, and ideally get their starters out of the game early. That's the perfect Angleton game plan, to get up early, start fast, and get some guys who aren't going to play in the playoffs a little chance to get in the ball game early. On the flip side of that, I think if Friendswood can really turn it on at the beginning of the game, get the Wildcats down, Angleton's not going to pull out all their tricks and really they're not going to want their starters on the field the entire game trying to go into the playoffs. They're going to want to come out with a win, but I don't think they're going to be willing to risk everything like Friendswood is tonight.
Yeah, and that's true. You know, this is a position that Friendswood's found themselves in the last few years. Playing, I guess, Alvin, the last couple of years, the last game of the season where Friendswood had already wrapped up a spot. They already knew their matchup in the playoffs. It was pour it on early and then go that second half with some guys that are just getting ready for playoff if they need them. But again, that's very dependent on who you're playing and what the score is. For Friendswood, they've been lucky the last couple of years. I say lucky. They've been in a position where they could bury Alvin early on. Angleton's not going to be in that position now versus Friendswood Mustangs, because Friendswood is going to be clawing with everything they have. They were given enough life last night that surely it's got to motivate them to come out tonight, crank it on all cylinders. Let's talk about this Angleton Wildcats team we're going to face tonight. This is a wing T offense, not one you see weekly in high school football. 2 quality backs tonight for Angleton.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about Kendall Archie and Jordan Jones, the dual threat out of the backfield. They have been racking up the yardage throughout district. Angleton does not really like to throw the football. They want to pound with the run some play action, and pass in situations where they are forced to. They want to start off with the run and really roll off of everything. Jordan Jones averaging a whopping 11 yards per carry this season, and Archie, not too bad, 7.5 for him as well. So 2 backs that are very capable of getting it going. Watch for them to get outside of the tackles, a couple of speedsters. That's how Angleton has played for years, like to bounce it out and beat you with their speed. Friendswood is going to have to do a good job from those defensive end positions, both very capable, and outside linebackers as well, going to have to contain that run to make sure they don't give up the big play.
No, absolutely. And one thing, too, again, Angleton's not known for throwing the ball but they do have a 4-year starter at quarterback, and that's impressive to say right there. I don't care what he's doing back there. Game management, confidence, I mean, it's off the charts for Seth Cosme.
Yeah, absolutely. Being on varsity as a sophomore is absolutely impressive. To play it as a freshman is almost unheard of, and to start at the quarterback, that is something serious. Yeah, it is interesting to see that he has played 4 years, and there's still a big running team. But like you said, Cosme, 4 years of experience, that's got to play in, and that's going to be a solid game manager tonight for the Wildcats. Yeah. Some guy who's played for 4 years and not going to make the mistakes that somebody who's inexperienced is going to make.
No, absolutely, and I think that's going to play into this game because we've seen Friendswood the last couple of weeks playing teams that have seemed to made a lot of mistakes, whether it's penalties, whether it's just game management that's allowed Friendswood to stay in some games. Friendswood, on the other hand, has also put themselves in bad positions with on the flip side with sometimes a little bit of game management that's gone awry, and also some penalties as well. So we'll see if Friendswood can't get that out of their system for this game tonight. We're going to take a quick break, hear the national anthem, and get this kickoff ready to go here on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs!
With so many community banks around town being bought out by larger regional financial institutions, the Texan Bank is standing strong as one of the last true community banks in Houston. They have a strong commitment to do the right thing the right way. They're a full-service, independent community bank with a friendly neighborhood feel, and their new mobile banking products make it easier than ever to bank at your own convenience. Not to mention, they're a proud supporter of the Friendswood Independent School District and the Mustang football team. Call them at 281-276-181.
Try to diminish a little of that wind sound, as you heard a second ago. It is blowing stiff here out of the north tonight, and we're going to do the best we can to try to minimize some of that. But it is what it is out here in the Gulf Coast of Texas, that wind whipping through and bringing us that nice cold weather here tonight. We're going to have the starters come out on the field for Angleton. Looks like they're going to have number 11, Seth Cosme, number 6, Jason Williams, number 70, Chris Cassidy, and number 72, Colby Olivier for Friendswood. Justin, who we got tonight as captains?
Number 7, Luke Revere. Number 1, Austin Alvarez. Number 54, Big Mike Gibson. And your sophomore quarterback, Luke Gurdon.
Again, crowd is still filing in here tonight from Friendswood. Looks like some people on both sides have decided to maybe stay home and have some hot chocolate and maybe a nice fire, but we are going to brave the elements. As Daniel Feaster beside me smiles, it's nice and toasty up here in the booth. But that wind is interesting. We'll see if that does play a little bit into the fact. It's not going to affect Angleton one bit in what they do on offense. For Friendswood, with the passing that we've been doing, it may be a little bit more of a challenge. One thing I do expect to see tonight out of Friendswood, a lot of Luke Revere.
Yeah, Luke Revere is going to be a key factor in this game. They like the size that the Mustangs have up front. They think they can push the Wildcats around a little bit in the interior. We'll see if they can do so. Big Mike Gibson, look for him, especially on those power Gs to lead the way for Luke Revere.
So Angleton does win the toss. Angleton, I'm just kind of watching some body language down there. They're not selling in for just a game, a little pregame. They're hyped up on the sidelines. They're ready to get after Friendswood. Last time Friendswood was here, Justin, I think you remember that game well.
Absolutely. Got a chance to take Angleton down in the playoffs my junior year of high school. Mustangs looking to do the same tonight.
Absolutely. Friendswood will receive the football as Angleton, again, does win the toss and will defer to the second half. Appreciate everyone listening tonight. Feel free to chat with us. See, Mr. Moore is listening as always. Thank you. Got a lot of people going to be tuning in tonight. Looking forward to it. Let your friends know this is where it's at tonight. From Angleton, Texas, Wildcat Stadium, high up in the press box. Justin Lowe and myself are ready to get this thing going. Friendswood's ready. Friendswood is in their icy whites tonight. Both Alvarez
I believe that's Pallets back there as well.
Looks like Pallets as well, back on their own 10. Angleton will be moving left to right on your computer monitor. They're in their purple jerseys, white pants, and purple helmets. And we are ready to kick this off, and we are underway. Kick goes back. Oh, that ball is going to be over Pallets' head into the end zone, not returnable. Friendswood will start the first drive of the game from their own 25-yard line.
And it looks like the wind played some serious favor into that, and that's definitely going to affect the game the most in the special teams arena in terms of the wind. Friendswood is going to have the wind going the opposite direction for this drive. Gurdon is going to have to throw through that.
Looks like we're going to have Fluellen wide to the left side, Alvarez wide to the right. See a double tight formation for Friendswood to start out with. And again, I do expect to see a lot of that double tight tonight. Run the ball between the tackles. First play they do, Luke Revere, there he goes. About a 3-yard gain. He's going to be pushed back, stop there, give him 4 on that carry. And again, that's what we talked about in the pregame. I think Friendswood can do something in the middle. We'll see if they'll stick with that.
Loving the power football look right there for the Mustangs. You like to see them. They usually spread that ball out right there, really just trying to pound that rock right up the middle. You see Christian Lee and usually that wide receiver, but he's in tight right there, throwing a few nice blocks.
Kind of twist formation to the right side. Revere again runs to the right side. Gets about a 3-yard gain again. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Definitely a doable situation for the Mustangs. They've been pounding the rock for the first 2 plays. Let's see if they air it out here. Look for Christian Lee possibly to settle in right past the sticks. Alvarez as well. He loves those comeback routes.
Sure.
Probably a little short for that right here, though.
Going to have McCabe as well out in the – oh, got a little movement. No fly. Yes, there's
we'll
a flag
see what
right
the call
there.
is.
We'll see what they're going to – that's going to be an offsides.
That's going to be a free first down.
Beautiful.
Huge mistake right there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, got it again. We've seen that week after week, Justin. The offsides from these teams, it's, to me, a little bit undisciplined for this time of year.
And I remember this Angleton team, when they're on offense, they like to snap the count. They call it at the line. Sundays on 1, Mondays on 2.
There you go. Double toe, high snap, recovered. Revere around the right side. Still on his feet, 5 yards, 10 yards, first down. Ball.
Looks like about the Friendswood 49.
Nice.
Great job right there. Like you said, by Gurdon corralling that one in. Just a sophomore, kept his poise and composure back there in the pocket. Threw that Angleton defense off a little bit by the mistiming of that. Allowed Revere to get out on the edge, pick up the 1st and more.
Again, just underway here. 10:39 left here in the first quarter. Nothing ball game. Revere up the middle. He's tripped and dropped. No gain.
It looked like that was Corey Addison right there coming down from the safety, getting in the box and taking down Revere right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go.
2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 49-yard line.
So far it's been all Luke Revere. 4 carries for 19 yards. Tack a 5-yard penalty onto that as well.
Game time temperature here about 51 degrees. Looks about 20, 25 mile an hour wind out of the north. Again, Friendswood marching right in the face of that stiff north wind. Double tight formation again for Friendswood. Fluellen and Alvarez. Alvarez in motion, comes back out to the left side. Gurdon going back to pass, looking for a man, caught. That's going to be Christian Lee. Slide out of that tight end position.
It's going to be about a gain of 7 right there. Mustangs running a flood route towards the Angleton sideline. Had a lot of traffic over there. Good job by Gurdon fitting that one in there.
Now 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. Fluellen offset to the left side all alone. Alvarez all by himself on the right. Revere offset to Gurdon's right side. Again, double tight formation for the Mustangs. Alvarez back out again. Hand off to Revere. Nowhere to go. Drop for a loss.
Oh, and that's a big loss. 4-yard loss right there, and that's Addison again.
Addison.
They are packing the box. They know the Mustangs want to pound the rock. They guessed right there. brought some heat. Nowhere to go for Revere. Doesn't matter how good of a back you are right there. Mustangs are going to be forced to punt, and this is going to be a tough one with the wind going in the Wildcat favor right here.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough for Alvarez to get a solid boot off here.
Yeah, you're looking about 20-mile-an-hour winds according to our weather app. Alvarez even get this thing off, kicking from about his own 40-yard line. Does get a nice kickoff, and that's going to be a fair catch at the Angleton Wildcat 24-yard line. Look like Jason Williams back there to receive that kick. So now we'll get our first look at Angleton. 9:03 left here in the first quarter. Nothing score for Angleton. Again, they'll run that wing T, 2 backs, 2 quality backs in the backfield for 4-year starter Seth Cosme. Receiver split wide. Again, Angleton moving left to right on your monitor. Cosme barking it out. Tight end strong to the left. Toss back to Jordan Jones. Jones going to go nowhere.
Great job by that Mustang D-line. Oh, the Mustangs said they have the football.
Ball
popped out. They're going to say he was down by contact. Just a yard gain on the play. Good job by the Mustang D-line, scraping across, making sure he goes nowhere. It looked like Blaze Hilton initiated the contact down there.
And also got Elliott Spiller in there at D tackle. Now he's D end as they're going to move Tinger inside. So you're going to have Tinger and Hilton. You're going to have Spiller and Hermes on the
and
edge.
Mustangs look like they're bringing some heat.
Yes, sir.
Have 6 in the box, make it 7. Looks like you got Roney coming off that left edge.
Back in the passing, he's going to be in a pistol formation. Handoff around the right side. Jones again. He's going to get up about 3, maybe 2 yards on that carry.
Mustangs defense staying true right now. They know what's coming. That Angleton run. First play, like we talked about in pregame, Angleton tried to bounce it out right there. Tried to get a little bit outside, more towards that C-gap that play. The guard came around, got a man, but nothing after that. Just a short pickup, 3rd and 5 already for the Wildcats. We'll see what the Mustangs can do.
Cosme does have the wind at his back, though not as comfortable throwing as he is handed off to his stable of backs, Archie and Jones. See what Cosme does. Man in motion is Walton the 3rd. Cosme back to pass, got a man caught. Little screen, 35-40, still on his feet. Oh, caught. Caught from behind is going to be, looks like number 35, Jackson Stevens, tripped him up. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Little screen route, nice block by the receiver.
Yeah, Tostado came up on that one, nearly got off his man just in time. Didn't do a bad job, just 2 receivers right there. He had to get past both of them, shed that first man, but not quite in time to corral him short of the first down. And great job by Stevens making sure that first down didn't turn into something much worse.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball's on their own 46-yard line. Again, just underway, 7:02 left here in the first quarter. Cosme back to pass again, going deep. No one's there, picked off. 40, 45, 50.
Oh, boy, that looks like that was Luke Sanchez with the interception. And, oh, boy, Cosme must have had his eyes closed out there.
I don't know what he was looking. There was no one out there. That was the easiest pick for Sanchez he's ever going to have.
My goodness, that one, I don't know what he's going to say to his head coach over there, especially being here and being the starter for 4 straight years. That is one of the worst decisions I've seen all year.
Well, you got to think maybe it was a miscommunication on a route. I mean, surely he doesn't just, I don't know.
The only explanation I can think of is they're supposed to run a corner route and hit him as soon as he breaks out of it, but there's not a purple jersey in the vicinity over there.
Huge break for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted on the 50-yard line exactly. Now, can Friendswood take advantage of this opportunity? Double tight formation again. Wildcat still getting set. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon going deep for Alvarez. He is incomplete. Double coverage.
Yeah, threw a nice ball. You could tell that wind playing a factor. Tried to lead him right there. The ball just died in the air. Double coverage. Looks like he had Heron over there as well coming in. Boy, tough break for the Mustangs. Looked like Alvarez had him. The ball just did not have quite enough on it, and Gurdon took a lick as well.
2nd and 10. Tonight's first quarter brought to you by GenRG and by Remax. 6:45 left here in the first. Handoff, Revere up the middle, 5 yards. Still on his feet. 10, keep going. 35, 30-yard line, Luke Revere. That's a 20-yard gain right there. We'll give him We'll give him 18. I got a little excited. 32-yard line, but darn close. Great job by Luke. He was hit about 5 yards on that run and got another 13 on his own.
And speaking of Luke Sanchez moves into the district lead right there with his 4th interception of the year.
And again, not an easier one for that young man. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver left. Revere, oh, he's going to be brought down for a loss. Tell you, it seems like Angleton just when they know your play.
That looked like Addison again, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Addison's 3rd tackle for a loss, and we're not even halfway gone in this first quarter.
And was he playing on the safety or the linebacker position?
He's got him marked as a safety, but it looks like he's just been in the box, either rolling down or playing sort of that outside linebacker position.
You know, Angleton has a little different looks on some of their schemes on defense.
They definitely like to mix it up.
Yes, they do. And
Addison, and like you're saying, Addison's listed out of safety, but he is playing really that outside linebacker position.
Well, and again, it seems to me like Angleton, and not sure what they're seeing, but there's some keys that they're seeing from Friendswood right now that they know what's coming.
They can tell when those guards are pulling, and they are shooting through those gaps before anybody can shift over and pick them up. They have definitely broke down their film, and they are getting through those gaps as soon as the Mustangs leave them.
Yeah, if you've been listening to us or watching Friendswood all season, you know Friendswood's bread and butter on the rush is that guard pull. You got Mike Gibson out there. They're just taking that and making it null and void. Like I said, they're getting in there before Mike can even start his.
It's either the formation the Mustangs are running that they typically run that out of, or the linemen are giving them some serious keys, having that hand not quite planted on the ground like they're going to push forward, but a little light pressure on that front hand. That's how you tell as a D lineman when they have that light pressure on the hand when it's barely on the ground. You know it's either a pass set or your man's about to pull.
Twin receivers to the right side. Got Fluellen and Alvarez. Back to pass. Gurdon. Got a screen pass set up for Revere. Nowhere to go.
Angleton sniffed that out. Looks like Ruano right there, the D tackle, was just the only one that sniffed that out. I love the play call right there, even though it was not executed well, because they did have Wildcats get past that line of scrimmage fast. Gurdon still took a decent little shot right there, and if it was not for Ruano, that one could have gone for a little bit, but all it takes is one player to sniff out that screen.
Dawson Johnson comes in the game now for the Mustangs, 3rd down and 15 into this win.
You don't have to pick it all up right here. You're definitely in 4-down territory. You're wanting to pick up about 7 or 8.
Twin receivers of both sides. Lee in motion. Stacks, Alvarez. Got a man. Gurdon's going to be dropped. Oh, goodness. He is going to be brought down for about a 10-yard loss, and that is going to be no more 4-down territory for the Mustang. He can be dropped to the 46.
Jose Rodriguez with the takedown, and they have to know the Mustang snap count right now. They knew it was a passing situation. They timed that thing up perfectly. They brought 6. The Mustangs did not have 6 men into block. They have been getting pressure whenever they would like right now.
So 4th down and forever. 4th and 22 to be precise. Alvarez back on his own 40. Again, the wind in his face. Good pressure. Oh, man.
Oh, that's got to be roughing the punter.
They hit the kicker. Where's the flag? There's the flag.
Came out really late.
The flag.
And the Angleton coaches took off the headset. They're wanting an explanation. We'll see if that's running into or roughing, but Alvarez took a pretty decent shot. I could see that going either way. Regardless, that ball was a touchback. The Mustangs are going to have an opportunity to either pick up or have an automatic 1st down, or at least put the Wildcats in worse field position. But that's a clear penalty. We'll see if it's running into or roughing. My guess would be running into.
It looked more like that as well. Angleton did bring 6.
They got some pressure. They definitely got some pressure.
We're watching out here and seeing what we got, and there it is, the call running into the kicker.
And Friendswood declines it, and they're going to be okay with the touchback. That's an interesting call right there. Not the end of the world. It ends up being a decent net right there, about a 28-yard net. They're just going to take it.
Appreciate everyone listening in again here on MCS Sports. Mr. Merritt, welcome in. Red Beard, as always, love to have you. And Mr. Moore as well, and all others. Feel free to let us know you're listening tonight. Miss Reinhardt, hope you're listening to us tonight as always. Know you have enjoyed us this season. I hope we've made your Friday nights a little happier this year, and we'd love to make it even better tonight with a Friendswood win. Cosme barks it out. Handoff, Jones around the left side. Nowhere to go. Friendswood's defense shuts him down. maybe one on that carry for Jordan Jones. 4:09 left here in the first quarter.
Angleton trying a little misdirection right there as the run hasn't been going. Friendswood did not bite, stayed true to their keys, made a tackle. 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats.
Again, Angleton going back to what they do, which is that rush. Now, as I say that, they're going to have a tight end, tight left, trips receivers to the right side. See what Friendswood's going to dial up on this. Jones in motion to the left. Now single receiver to the left side. Cosby looking to pass. Got a man caught. 25 out of bounds at the 29-yard line was number 20. Well, let's see.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Jason Williams, just a quick out right there on Tostado. Tostado, not bad coverage, just a little soft right there, giving him the space to run the quick out, making sure he doesn't give up the big hitter. Also took a nice little forearm shiver right there from Jason Williams. But nevertheless, 3rd and short. Angleton's had a hard time getting the run game going. You'll see it right here. They like to run outside, but I believe they're going to pound this one up the middle and see what Friendswood's got.
I think so too. Cosme barking it out. Again, 3rd and 2. Handoff around the left side. There he goes. Kendall Archie still on his feet. 45-50, first down and more for Kendall Archie.
Oh, boy, 23 yards on a fullback dive from somebody who is most definitely not a fullback. Kendall Archie coming in at 5'8", 165, smallest fullback I've ever seen. Snuck him into the formation. Quick handoff right there. Love the play call. Mustangs were unable to react quick enough.
3:12 left here in the first quarter. Angleton's first drive to midfield here in this ball game. Just second drive of the game. Cosby's last drive ended with a pick. Twin backs in the backfield, wing, getting that wing tee. Single receiver off to the right side. Jones, toss to the left. Jones, 5, 10, 11-yard gain for Jordan Jones. And they're starting to pick their game up a little bit on the rushing.
Yeah, Stevens rode him down right there, hit him before that first down marker, but he took a little bit of a ride right there. 2:45 remaining in the ball game. Angleton starting to gain a little momentum.
Jason Williams back in the game now for Jordan Jones. You're going to see a lot of that. Kendall Archie, Jason Williams, Jordan Jones with Seth Cosby. He's got a nice group of weapons back there to use at his disposal tonight. Ball is on the 39-yard line of Friendswood. Angleton driving, 2:27 left here in the first quarter of this ball game for the Mustangs. Pressure on Cosby. Cosby complete the pass. That pass was complete to Charles Walton Jr. That is going to be short of the first, about a yard and a half short. Little update from the volleyball game. Friendswood girls in the regional semifinals. Friendswood's up 16-14 in the first set right now. We'll keep you updated on that game. Friendswood girls basketball in San Antonio today, playing as well. They're 2-1 in that tournament. Things good for Friendswood. It would be even better if these guys on the field can pull out this victory night and head to the playoffs in the first year back in 5A. Cosme under pressure. Oh, he's got a man in the flats. Caught. 30, 20, 10. He is in. Jason Williams takes a shot, and now there's a flag.
I don't know what that flag's for. Halata gave him a clean shot.
I thought so too.
Oh, boy, and if they call something like a targeting here on Halata, that would be detrimental to the Mustangs. Now, from up here, looked like a clean shot to me. Halata tried to meet him right at the pylon, took a pretty good angle. There's nothing much he could have done from the opposite side of the field. But, man, we'll see what this flag call is right here.
No targeting.
Nobody wants to see that, and the referees are conferring it. I believe that's what they're going to talk about.
Targeting the guy is there's no defenseless for. There's none of that. It's just a straight football play. Running with the ball. Oh, we're gonna see what's happening. We'll watch Koopman's reaction right here.
If the headset snaps in half, you know it's targeting.
Oh,
well, how about that?
We'll take that.
I believe he got up in Halata's face after he took an absolute shot right there. That was Williams, took a lick, but, man, he snuck out that little, tried to be a blocking back.
Yes.
The Mustangs bit. He swung out, and, man, Roney almost, was that Roney or Hermes?
Yeah, it was Roney on that.
Roney nearly got his fingertips on that football, and if he would have, that touchdown would have been avoided. Regardless, 7-0 Wildcats. The Mustangs are going to have to step up and respond.
We'll take a quick break here after Eduardo Rosales' extra point. 2:06 left here in the first. Angleton 7, Friendswood 0.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance?
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the score is Angleton 7, Friendswood 0. 2:06 left here in the first quarter. And
Well, clearly the PA announcer got that thing wrong because the Angletons are kicking off from the Mustangs 45. And if I'm the Wildcats, I'm onside kicking this football.
I agree 100%. Apparently the penalty was on Halada. Though, again, I'm still going to disagree. That was just an outstanding shot by Colton. But regardless, the penalties against him, Angleton will kick off from the Friendswood 45, and why not?
You got to be ready for that onside right here. Ball's off the tee.
There you go. That
Kicker's having a hard time placing that one.
Well, I just don't like that last call. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's
a tough break. Trying to do everything he can to make sure he doesn't get inside that pylon. Just playing ball.
Trying to blow the ball out of his hands. What you're supposed to do, but a little too much. And Angleton's just going to show off the leg of the kicker. We get it. You can kick the ball into the air 25 yards deep in the end zone. They're going to bring the ball out.
And that's, like I said, I don't know why you don't. Onside. So you're trying to boot the ball out of the end zone, correct? So now the Mustangs are going to take it at the 25. You're already kicking from the 45. So the worst that happens right there is the Mustangs recover, and it's just a 10-yard difference.
Exactly.
I think you rolled the dice right there if you're Angleton.
Exactly.
Mustangs are going to take this thing over at the 25. They've had some offense get going, but big plays have been blowing up their head of steam. Corey Addison has been all over them, and Angleton's been doing a great job of timing up the blitz.
Speaking of Wildcats, Wildcat formation for the Mustangs. Christian Lee in the backfield, hands off to Revere around the right side, little end around. Still on his feet, 5, 7, maybe give him 10. It's going to be.
Oh, that's going to be right at the sticks. Going to be close. They're going to go ahead and move him 10 yards.
First down.
Luke Revere.
Nice job. Love seeing Christian Lee back there at that quarterback position again. What a perfect quarterback for the Wildcat is. He can throw the ball.
He can throw it, and he hasn't really thrown the ball a lot this year. I think that's something that Angleton doesn't have a lot of film on. Don't be surprised. Mustangs are going to do everything they can to get this win tonight. Absolutely. And it looks like Christian Lee is back there again.
He is. Gurdon's way out to the right side now. Motion man's Revere. They're going to say it's a false start
on the Mustangs.
It was on Luke Revere.
I didn't see it right there. Just a little off. And again, Mustangs just as soon as things get going, there's either a big play from the Wildcats or a penalty to just throw these drives off a little bit. 1st and 15 from their own 30.
Thank everyone listening tonight here on MCS Sports. Miss Halada is always welcome in. Miss Nelson as well. We're going to try to get this Friendswood win tonight. I know we have Tracy Lowe listening in from San Antonio. I know because that's my wife. Told her to listen. So welcome, Tracy. Handoff. Revere left side. Nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down for no gain.
Sandwiched right there by Rodriguez. Looks like Williams as well in on that tackle. Revere nowhere to go, trying to get outside of the tackles. I think the Mustangs have had a lot of success running, just pounding the rock on those halfback dives. They're trying to go outside, and it's hard to do against an Angleton team that honestly has more speed than you do. Angleton's always played like that. I think the Mustangs' advantage is their power and size up front.
Right, and I hate when teams get away from that, too. You get away from what you're trying to do here and just go with what works. Gurdon back in a quarterback. Gurdon back to pass. Rolls out to the right side. Got a man caught, Christian Lee.
That's going to be about a yard.
Gurdon had to get rid of that ball as he was being pressured. And so that's just going to be a gain. Well, the way they're spotted, it's actually a loss of 1.
That's a tough spot right there. I thought Lee picked up 1. Instead, going to lose 1. 3rd and 16 now for the Mustangs. But the Angleton Wildcats, they're dialing up some interesting blitz packages.
Yes.
They brought 3 from the left side right there, only 1 from the right. Mustangs didn't adjust. They had a man get through on that overloaded side. Gurdon did a good job of avoiding the pressure and getting the ball out, but just nothing there.
Watch they're bringing the blitz here from, and they're going to bring a man in the back. This ball's going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Angleton's defense. What's strange about, again, is they're going to send guys from the secondary to blitz. They're going to send linemen back in the flat. I mean, I saw a lineman, the D-end that time.
I told you earlier, you had Jesse Herron, a D-end, back at playing that safety double coverage on Alvarez. I was making sure I read that right earlier, but that's exactly what just happened. They brought 5 right there, got some pressure on Gurdon, was looking across the middle for the flu, threw it way behind him, had a better chance of being intercepted right there. Lucky it wasn't. The Mustangs are going to boot this thing away, and it's a shame it didn't get to the quarter because the wind's going to be blowing against this kick.
Alvarez gets this kick off. Nice kick into the wind. There it dies, though. Hits at the 44, rolls to the 40.
Good boot by Alvarez.
The 35-yard lines where Angleton is going to pick it up. You're right. That was a nice kick by Austin Alvarez.
42-yard punt.
Into a stiff wind. Indeed. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Angleton on top 7-0. If you're looking for updates from other 10-5A games, you're not going to get them here tonight. Those games are meaningless. There's one game that's important for us, and that's right here. Friendswood versus Angleton. Friendswood must win to get in. Thank you, Foster. Again, Foster Falcons did the job last night, beating Hightower by 1. That's all Friendswood need. The door was left open. Can they kick it in to get to the playoffs? Twin receivers to the left side. Now, man in motion. That's going to be Walton. Cosme, hands off of the middle. Nowhere to go. Tackle for a loss.
Double trouble right there. You had Hermes and Tinger pinching inside from that D in position. Excellent job. They're going to say that's a loss of 1. And the defense has done a good job on these first downs, putting the Wildcats in tough situation. But yeah, that is going to be it. The field is going to flip second quarter right after a little break.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Angleton, Texas, Wildcat Stadium. Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Friendswood down 7-0 to the Angleton Wildcats. Friendswood's offense just not quite where it needs to be right now. Both drives, all 3 drives rather, ended, not the way they wanted to, and just having trouble handling that odd looks from Angleton right now. Angleton, their offense been getting together. Cosme under pressure. Got a man complete, though. 35-40, 45-50. That's going to be number 6, Jason Williams, on the reception. Little tunnel screen.
Yep, tunnel screen. You saw that coming from a mile away. You had 4 white jerseys rushing the quarterback right there. That's never a good sign. The screen was coming from a mile away. Williams showing some serious speed, getting out in space. You had Roney sling him down for a few extra into Mustang territory at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They are moving right to left on your computer monitor. Again, 7-0 Angleton. Friendswood needs to keep Angleton out of the end zone on this drive. Handoff around the left side. Nowhere to go. Drop for a loss. Host of Mustangs.
See him back inside. Slowed him down a little bit. Allowed Tinger to get there and finish the job.
2nd down and 14 now for the Wildcats back in their own territory on their 48-yard line. 10:57 left here in the first half. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Both backs behind Cosme. Outside motion. Cosme hands off, little draw play up the middle. Still on his feet, 40-yard line, looking for more. That's Kendall Archie.
He's still going. Pick it up.
That's a first down.
Wildcat offensive lineman.
Wow.
pushing the pile. He was going to be about a half yard short, ended up picking it up by 2 yards, just that extra push. Referees don't blow the whistle once the momentum is stopped, and that's when the linemen really got to get after it. You got to give credit to that Wildcat O-line right there, doing everything they can to get their man the extra yards. And who said they weren't trying to win this ball game?
I was just going to say that's a great example. We're talking about they are in it to win it. And again, as a coach, I think you do that. You tell your guys, hey, this is a playoff game. Doesn't matter if we lose, but it does matter if we lose. We're not going to come into the playoffs losing a ball game. Cosme, back to pass.
I think he had a false start right there. It looked like that tight end leaked out a little bit early on the top side of the field right there. Can't get a number on him right now, but he definitely leaked out early. Excited to get that ball.
Absolutely.
And I think that is that's Heron right there. We were talking about the D end, the tight end, the safety.
Yes.
Little do-it-all right there. But, yeah, got a little too excited right there on that play. Was going to chip block and release out into space. Mustangs actually looked like they had it covered up.
Tonight's second quarter brought to you by Frank's Collision Centers and Hometown Bank of Friendswood. Again, live here from Wildcat Stadium. Wildcat ball on the Friendswood 42-yard line. Cosme back in the gun. Cosme back to pass. Looking for a man. Oh, goodness, that was caught. 40, 35. That's going to be Jason Williams again. Williams having himself a nice game.
That was a dangerous ball thrown right there by Cosme, slipping him in, having a little switch route right there. Looks like you had Ellis, that was the tight end, actually open, tried to sneak it down underneath. Ellis tried to run a little bit of a pick route right there, settled down, and boy, Williams has got some speed.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You do not want to get him out in space.
9 minutes left. Second down and 5 for the Wildcats. Thought I saw some movement there.
I thought a lineman had his hand down, just went in motion.
Apparently not. Cosme takes a long time to bark it out. Kendall Archie on the right side, cuts at the field. First down and then some, down to the 22-yard line. You know what? These backs do a good job of go out, go as wide as you can, but when they're ready to cut up, they'll put it on a dime and off they go. And, you know, Arch, again, he wasn't going to have anything on the outside, cuts it up, gets about 5 yards. It's a 1st and 10 now from the Mustang 22-yard line.
Yeah, Angleton really starting to get it going, especially on the outside right now. What they're doing, they're just trying to get their best athletes the ball out in space, and so far they've had success doing it.
Twin receivers to the right side, tight end to the left. Archie and Jones in the backfield behind Cosme. It's going to be Jordan Jones.
Man, you had Hermes right there just whiff on the tackle for a loss. He was able to pick up 3 right there. Wildcats run the misdirection, but if you're on the Mustangs, you cannot get caught looking in the backfield. Follow the blocks. They've been true this entire ball game right there, able to bring him down for a short gain, trying to hold the Wildcats to a field goal.
First, it's going to be 2nd and 8 on the 20-yard line, just outside, right at the door of the red zone. Wing formation, wing T. Cosme barks it out again. He takes a long time under center. Handoff, this time to Archie. Nowhere to go. First man in. Was that Spiller?
It's like it's Spiller and Roney in on the play. Roney's been all over the place so far tonight.
Spiller slowed him down. Roney finished the job.
They were trying to run that same play that he got free on earlier, that little fullback dive action, but he ran in to his man in the backfield, threw the timing off of that play, only picked up a yard, if that. 3rd and 5. Mustang's going to try and pull out some serious stops here to make him kick the field goal. I'd like to see him bring some heat, and right now they have 8 in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. 8 there. Angleton is going to call, they're going to burn a timeout. They're going to look at that and say, hey, let's make sure we get this thing set. This is a big play for Angleton, too. Again, only up 7-0. So we'll take a quick break here in MCS Sports. 6:57 left here in the first half. Angleton 7, Friendswood 0.
The Mustangs are smashing it today.
You know what else is smashed? My car. I was rear-ended at a parking lot yesterday. Worst part is, they didn't leave a note with their insurance information.
Wow, that stinks. But hey, take it to my friends over at Frank's Collision Repair. They're located on 809 West Bay Area Boulevard. Frank's provides exceptional quality work and great customer service. Best of all, they can walk you through the process and answer all your questions. And remember, if you've been in an accident, don't despair. Just call Frank's Collision Repair.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 6:57 left here in the first half. And we were just sitting here talking. Wildcats have been on a little over 5-minute drive. Friendswood has not had the ball here in the second quarter. Wildcats have the ball on the Friendswood 18, 3rd and 6. Big play here for both squads. Cosme rolls out the pass. Cosme's got some room if he runs. He does. 15, 10, 5.
Oh, I think he's short. Yeah.
And they're going to give it to him short at the goal line. Gets to the 1. His knee, he dove about a yard too soon.
Boy,
Thank goodness.
There was just no contain on that opposite side right there. And Cosby had a man open the left side in the flats. Didn't hit him. Was getting pressured right there. Took it upon himself to run the ball, and there was not a soul on the right side of that Mustangs defense containing Cosme, as they obviously don't think he's a threat to run. But now the Angleton Wildcats with a good rushing attack, 1st and goal from the 1.5-yard line.
Yeah, again, Jones and Archie in the backfield, double tight formation. Motion man to the left side. Cosme hands off to
he's in.
one of the two. I'm not sure that's going to be Kendall Archie.
It was close.
Oh, Archie doing his money sign as if he is something special. He did get a 1-yard touchdown run. 6:32 left. Angleton on top, 13-0. Yeah, that was again, Archie just did the job he needed to do, follow the block.
Fullback dive. Didn't act like he was there before.
No.
But just celebrating regardless.
No, indeed he does. We're going to have Rosales in for the extra point now for Angleton. 6:32 left here in the first half. Friendswood is down 14-0. We'll take a quick break here and be right back on MCS Sports.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs!
We have school spirit. What about you? JSC Federal Credit Union offers Friendswood High School Mustang mascot ATM and debit cards. Parents, students, and staff.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 6:32 left here in the first half. Friendswood down 14-0. Need to put some points on the board. This will be Friendswood's first drive of the second quarter. Yes, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Friendswood has not touched the football. Their first drive of the game with the win at their back. And Justin, right now, maybe that'll help their passing games. What's our passing yardage right now?
4 yards.
4 yards of passing.
Didn't have to do a lot of math on that one.
Man, I'd give you some math love, but you're right. That's pretty simple. I mean, it is what it is right now. The wind played a part of that, but not tremendously. Just the passing just hadn't been there. Short kick.
Pooch, and it ends up working out pretty well for the Wildcats. Yep. Fielded by Stevens at the Mustangs' 27-yard line.
So we'll see if Friendswood can't put something together here before the first half is over. It'd be nice to see. Again, kind of got away from some of that running in between the tackles. Wouldn't mind seeing them go back to that a little bit. No reason to rush here. Just find the weakness, and I believe the weakness that we've seen is in the middle. But I tell you what, Angleton's done a great job of knowing, it seems like, of being maybe a step ahead of Friendswood's offensive sets tonight.
Yeah, Friendswood has been putting nice drives together on 1st and 2nd down, but 3rd down, that blitz has really got him. Yes. And speaking of blitzes, Angleton have 6 men on the line right now.
Friendswood double tight. Alvarez, little Mo. Alvarez made him, no, didn't call it. Gurdon going to Alvarez, got him deep. Overthrown. He had a man. That was Alvarez. That would have been 6 if he could have caught up to it. maybe a yard over him.
Looked like an out and up on both sides right there. Just a home run shot looking for Alvarez. Just a little too much on that ball from Gurdon. And, again, that could have been the wind right there.
Say, there's your win. Take advantage of it, and maybe they took a little too much advantage of it.
That was a nice ball thrown by Gurdon about 45 yards in the air. Alvarez is unable to come under it.
Second down and 10 now. Mustangs ball on their own 27-yard line. Hand out to Revere at the middle. There he goes, 30, 35. First down, Luke Revere.
And a late flag pops out, and then another flag. I think that might be a face mask.
I think so, too.
Yes, and they are going to call a face mask, so that's going to be a net gain of 25 yards for the Mustangs right there.
Outstanding. I'd love to see that again. We're just talking about that between the tackles. There's some opportunities. Luke Revere gets 10 on his own, and we'll tack on 15 with the face mask update. Forum volleyball. Friendswood girls volleyball regional semifinals, first set in the books. Friendswood wins 25-18. Mr. Moore, thank you for keeping us updated. We're trying to do the same for you as well. We'll try to multitask as best we can. Revere, hand up at the middle. Revere going to get about 4 yards on that carry. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs. Friendswood has the football in Wildcat territory. Put a nice drive together here on the Wildcat 44-yard line. Still plenty of time left here in the first half. 5:43 and counting.
If you're the Mustangs, you don't have to rush things.
No.
You have an excellent running back, solid quarterback in Lee and Alvarez outside. You have the offensive weapons, and you really have been getting it done.
Double tight formation again. This time Gurdon back to pass. Looking for Alvarez. Double coverage.
Wow.
Man,
I thought that could have been a flag right there. Look, you had double coverage. You had Cameron Stone riding Alvarez a little bit right there. Thought it was going to draw the flag. The Mustangs won it. They're not going to get it. I didn't think he had a chance of coming down with that one. And you looked like Addison try and high point the ball and come back to it. If you're just watching Addison, you think he's going to get an interception, but boy, he was way off of that thing.
He really was. He just misread.
Well, that wasn't Addison. That was Cheney. Cheney right there coming over top. He misjudged that one.
Double tight formation again for the Mustangs. 3rd down and short. Little screen pass set up. Oh, they read that so well.
But I think it's going to be offsides or a false start. Not sure. Flag came out, and I thought you had the Wildcats come across early, but it's going to be on the Mustangs. Not the end of the world to get the false start. Actually saved him right there.
I'll tell you what, that ball could have been a pick 6 right there. They read that so well.
Absolutely. They brought heat and were still able to sniff out the screen. They have been playing some smart football, that Wildcat defense. They have been bringing pressure, bringing all kinds of crazy looks at the Mustangs O-line. They have not been able to combat it on 3rd down tonight.
Yeah, that 3rd down has just
been
awful.
That's been a tough down for the Mustangs, no doubt about it.
3rd and 11. Ball is on the Wildcat 49. Let's see what Angleton dials up this time. Those ends are wide outside, angled in. Linebacker blitzing. Now he's going to come back. Gurdon gets a pass off, complete. That's going to be Alvarez. Get that.
He did
get it. He
got
a first down.
Excellent play right there by Austin Alvarez. That's senior leadership at its finest. Caught the ball a yard shy of the sticks. You hate to see that.
Yes.
But turned. He knew exactly where he was. Spun around right there, put his head down, took a decent shot from a Wildcat, but it was all worth it. Picked up the first down, kept the drive alive. Mustangs might have gone for it anyway, but why not pick it up right now on 3rd? 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs on the 38-yard line.
Alvarez is going to come out of the game right now, looks like. They're trying to get him out. McCabe comes in. Give Alvarez a breather. Again, huge play by Austin Alvarez. Great job. Great field awareness, as always. And Friendswood has to burn a timeout as they couldn't get Alvarez on the field quick enough. He's coming from the far sideline. McCabe comes in late. By the time Alvarez realizes he's in for him, there's no way he gets off the sideline, so Friendswood burns a timeout. We'll take a quick break here with them. 4:36 left here in the first half. Angleton 14, Friendswood 0.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Another update. Thank you, Ms. Zamora. Friendswood Volleyball is now up 2-0. Wins the second set 25-16. Girls are one set away from the regional finals and a trip to state tomorrow. Right here, Mustangs looking for the playoffs, and they're going to toss to Luke Revere with nowhere to go on 1st and 10. He's going to be brought down for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, that was Charles Walton the third on the takedown, and Mustangs have had a lot of plays going the negative direction, and that has been what has killed the Mustangs so far. They've picked up the yardage typically on 1st and 2nd and have had a hard time on 3rd down to convert in short yardage. Right now, 1st down, already putting them in a bind, 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. You know, we haven't seen Lee at that time. We saw Lee once at the tight end. They're going to block. This time it's going to be a quick slant to Fluellen, incomplete. Little high in his hands and dropped.
Yeah, looking for the slant right there. You had Trayvon Smith in coverage. Solid coverage right there by Smith. Fluellen could have came down that one. With that one, would have been a pickup of 7 to make it 3rd and manageable. Now you got 3rd and long. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 16. Again, I think you can pick up half of this thing and roll the dice on 4th down. But I believe the Mustangs will try and pick this thing up with a big tight end and Christian Lee. And it looks like they have him down at tight end. Don't be surprised if he blocks somebody and sneaks out in formation.
Oh, they're bringing the blitz. Gurdon's going to be sacked. Oh, they brought the safety blitz, number 12.
Oh, boy, they timed that thing up perfectly. Not a chance that Gurdon could have got that one off. He had 2 men in the backfield, and this O-line is getting destroyed by the blitzing Wildcats.
3rd down conversion rate for Friendswood.
It's poor.
We may have one 3rd down conversion.
Well, tell you what, the Mustangs' total yardage has got to be just abysmal right now, and they have moved the ball forward, but they continue to move it back. They just lost about 25 yards in 2 plays in a row.
Alvarez will kick this ball with the wind at his back. Oh, he gets that one off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the 26-yard line. It's going to roll dead at the 22 of Angleton. And just the 3rd down conversion, and not only are they not picking them up, Justin, you made a great point. They are getting blown back 5, 10, 15 yards those 3rd downs.
Nobody is being touched. They're just bringing too much heat, and the Mustangs are not able to protect them. They're going to have to leave somebody like Revere back there to try and cut down some of those blitzers, because right now they are getting through at will. I believe that's sack number 3 tonight for the Wildcats.
That's right. 3:05 left here in the first half. Angleton ball on their own 22. Wing T formation for Cosme. Again, got Jones and Archie in the backfield behind him. Walton the third in motion. Cosme tossed back to Jones on the right side. Jones picks up about 5 or 6.
I thought they gave him a pretty solid spot right there.
So too,
I didn't think he quite got 6 yards right there. A host of Mustangs were able to corral him on that little sweep outside. Angleton doing what they want right now. They're really trying to get their athletic backs out in space.
2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. Little screen pass caught. Complete. 30. That's going to be short of a first down, I believe. Went to Charles Walton Jr.
I think they're going to mark him just shy. As they,
wow.
They're going to move the sticks. Not even – they're saying move him.
That's crazy.
I think he's a yard shy.
I cannot believe that either.
That's a brutal break right there for the Mustangs. Can't believe that. The ball is marked short of where the sticks were.
Right. They are on the 32-yard line. The sticks were, I thought, were the 33. Regardless of 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats. 2-11 and counting here from Wildcat Stadium. Twin receivers to both sides. Cosme in the gun. Archie offset to his left. Archie handoff of the middle. Spins out of 1. Spins out of 2. 40, 45-yard line. He runs out of bounds. Kendall Archie's
definitely got some sort of swagger about him.
Oh, yes, he does. That's going to be enough for a first down, and that is a legitimate first down for Archie as he gets to the 47-yard line of Angleton.
Yeah, Friendswood just has no excuse for letting Archie break 2-3 tackles on a run. He's been doing that quite a bit this drive. If the tackles are there, they would have been in 3rd down territory that last drive.
Twin receivers to the right side. Archie and Jones in the backfield with Cosme. Cosme under center. Friends will need to find a way to stop this drive. No more points on the board. Toss back to Archie, right side. Cuts the field, still on his feet, 50, 45. Brought down at the 45.
You know, Stevens slung him down right there. Gave Archie a nice little shot. Let him knew that he was there, but now they march into Mustang territory. Same type of plays, just screens and sweeps and pitches. Everything in the outside of the field right now.
1:30 and counting on the clock. Angleton has one timeout left if they need it to try to score. 45 yards away right now.
Angleton is in no hurry at all. They have one timeout remaining, but they're letting that play clock tick.
Archie offset to Cosme's left side. Twin receivers to the left. Play clock down. Cosme over the middle. That ball's dropped. Looking for his tight end. No, that was Joshua Ellis.
Joshua Ellis right there.
Just dropped it.
Yep, ball was thrown behind him. Definitely wasn't a good pass right there from Cosme. Regardless, should have corralled that thing for a first. That would have been about a 10-yard gain right there. But just dropped it, flat out.
It will be 1:03 left here, 3rd and 2 for the
Big down
Wildcats.
for the Mustangs, and you got to watch them on the sweep right here. Watch out. Actually, I'd say fullback dive.
Yeah, you got both backs in there now, Jones and Archie.
They're running that quick hit fullback dive on 3rd and short situations.
Spiller moves over to the right side. See what Friendswood dials up here. It's going to be Cosme up the middle.
I think he's short.
No,
and
no,
he is,
sir.
He is short based on that spot. We'll see if they – well, he started shifting up a little bit.
Now.
To see if they give him another free first down. Oh, my goodness. I think they're going to.
No way. That's still a yard short. That's still a yard short, but I don't like the spot.
Man, they are giving Angleton all kinds of spots right now.
It's going to be a yard short. Friendswood's going to call a timeout.
Well, that's not a yard. That's about a nose of the football. If that. It could honestly be a first down from this view right here. That's a crazy spot.
So it will be a 4th and 1 for the Wildcats. Friendswood will, assuming Angleton just go ahead and punt this ball away, which you would think they would. Friendswood will get the ball back with the wind. I would imagine take you a couple good shots, get on field. You have one timeout left. You'll have the wind at the back, at least maybe get in position for an Alvarez field goal here before halftime. We'll see what they're going to come back with here. But hey, you know what? The way Angleton's playing right now, Justin, really wouldn't surprise me. Their defense, see them go for it right here.
If I'm Angleton, you got nothing to lose. I say you absolutely roll the dice right here.
Yeah, let's see what they're
try and roll the dice, go up 3 scores into half, and get the ball already locked in at that 2 seed. If I'm Angleton, I'm going to try to pick this thing up.
Well, it looks like they're going to have their punter is going to be not in the ball game.
Now, why are you back in the gun? But they line up in shotgun spread formation.
Cosme back on his 50.
Call.
We'll see if they can try to maybe draw him off sides. Cosme
watch the QB quick punt.
Cosme, keeper. He's still on his feet, though. 40, 35, 30. My goodness, he took a shot, bounced back a yard.
Oh, that wasn't Cosme. That was Williams in the Wildcat.
Oh, my goodness. What?
Oh, and he took a lick. Did not see who delivered it to him, but, boy, he took a shot, stumbled back, but wasn't brought down. Williams showing some serious grit right there. Would have been a loss, would have been Mustang football. Instead, bounces outside. 36 seconds remaining.
My goodness.
And gets out of bounds.
Well, and for Cosme's sake, he's glad he wasn't in there because
he wouldn't have bounced off that one.
My goodness gracious. Unfortunately, it is a first down for the Wildcats. Ball is on the Friendswood 26. 36 seconds left. One timeout left for Angleton. Cosme back to pass. Over the middle, that ball is incomplete, tipped.
Like Roney got his fingertips on that one, yet Seth Downs looked like around that football as well as Cosme tried to squeeze it in there.
Looking for Ellis again. Joshua Ellis, the tight end. And it is 31 seconds now left here in the first half. Again, we'll keep you updated on Friendswood's girls volleyball match. In the regional semis, they're up 2-0 on Rouse. Looking to go to the regional finals tomorrow. Right here, 31 seconds left. Cosme, looking for the screen. Got it. Complete. It's going to be still on his feet is Ellis. Got 4-yard gain as he danced around, ran some clock.
Yeah, Ellis, too much dancing right there. He's too big to be making those kind of moves. Needs to put his head down, pick up the first. But they run the screen, to a tight end. That's an interesting play
Yeah,
call.
I thought so too.
Angleton like to get that ball in a speedster's hand. Didn't get much pickup right there, and the Mustangs were not on it originally. 3rd and 6, 21 seconds remain.
Archie comes off the field right now. Looks a little shaken up. I don't know if it's his ankle or maybe a cramp right now, but Archie is out of the game. So you're going to have Jones in the backfield.
Hey, well, that's Angleton's last time out.
That is their last time out.
That's huge. That's a huge timeout right there. Tough break for the Wildcats.
I mean, 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
You got to pass.
I would. Oh yeah.
You don't have time
I would say you have to pass. This is a high school football team. I highly doubt they can rush the field goal unit on in time, and that would be a deep kick already for someone in high school. The ball's marked at the 22. It would be a 39-yarder if the ball was to not move at this moment. I imagine you're going to have to see Cosme pass the ball or at least throw a screen towards the sidelines and able to get their man out of bounds.
Yeah, Archie is on the sideline right now, so you're going to have Jones. We'll see who else is in the backfield. Looks like Jones beside Cosme right now. Twin receivers to both sides. Cosme, wind in his face. Keep that in mind. Back to pass. Got a man incomplete.
Laid out right there was Jackson Stevens.
Beautiful
getting
play by
his
Stevens.
Big pause on that one. Looking for Walton Jr. Snuck in right behind Stevens right there, but excellent job by the sophomore. Huge play, 4th down, and why not go for it if you're the Wildcats? Looks like they're going to.
Yeah, 4th and 6, 16 seconds left, and why not? Again, just like you said earlier.
39-yarder, the wind's blowing the wrong direction. That's a tough one for a high schooler. And why not go for it? Take it. Man, you still got time to get a 1st down, have that clock stop, and run another play. But the Mustangs are going to call a timeout and think about this one as well.
Again, you got to think that for Angleton to come out in probably that same formation, twin receivers on both sides. You know, you got to pick up that quick 1st down for them, for Friendswood. Again, good job at that time of they just rush there straight 4, keep everybody else back in that zone and let, you know, the chips fall where they may. Again, great job by Jackson Stevens that play to be alert, to tip that ball down. Need one more big play by this defense. You know, for Angleton, though, Justin, worst case scenario is if they don't get this, they're going to get the ball back in 16 seconds after halftime. I mean, that's –
yeah, they absolutely are. Friendswood's not going to have a chance to do anything with it unless it's a drastic turnover situation. 16 seconds remain, just not going to be enough clock, especially with no timeouts. No, like you said, Angleton's, they've got to be happy right here. You got nothing to lose going for this on 4th. Probably got more of a chance of a disastrous play happening on a field goal kick. I think they're making the right call.
Got Halata down here at the corner position, so he's going to be matched up with, probably with Walton Jr.
I would say either Walton Jr.
We'll see where Jason Williams goes.
Or Williams.
Yeah, Williams back there as well right now. Walton Jr., we'll see where they go. That is going to be, looks like Williams down here. Cosme barking it out. Cosme back to pass. Cosme is going to be, he's still on his feet, rushing around. Throws the ball, caught at the 10-yard line. That's a 1st down, 6 seconds, 5 seconds
remain. The clock is going to stop. They're going to try and get to the line and snap it right there.
That was Jason Williams on the catch. Can they get it up?
Seth Downs nearly had the sack. The clock is running. They're not going to get this off.
They're not going to get it off.
Oh, and that has to be a false start. If they give this to him, that is an absolute joke. You have linemen moving around.
No one was set.
That needs to be half, or Koopman is going to lose it.
Well, they are discussing, but you're right. No one was set.
You have the left guard still or the right guard still dancing around right there. There's no way they got that snap off in time, even with the home clock cooking up here.
They're pointing at Friendswood right now, Justin. I'm not sure why.
Koopman's doing the right thing. Yeah, they're getting their
that's
guys
it.
in for half. Great call. Angleton's upset.
Oh,
but
man.
There's nothing to be said about that. Coaches are getting held back. Don't know what you're upset about. You're lucky it wasn't a 5-yard penalty.
Absolutely.
Clock should have been ran off 10 seconds ago.
Well, that's going to do it here for the first half. We'll be back at 24. We'll take some time off here. Is Angleton 14, Friendswood 0. We'll be back here on MCS Sports. to Wildcat Stadium here in Angleton, where the halftime score is Angleton 14, your Friendswood Mustangs 0. 2.5 minutes left here in the half. And I tell you what, Friendswood has to flip the script this second half. They have got to do what they didn't do in the first half, which is really boils down to offense. Justin, I mean, it just comes down to the bottom line is Friendswood's offensive production was one of the lowest of the season.
I would say it is the lowest of the season. Don't have all the stats on me right now, but what I do have is that Friendswood has gone for 54 yards in the first half.
That is total offense.
Total offense, first quarter and second quarter, 54 yards, no points on the scoreboard. Angleton, on the other hand, 240 yards, controlling the pace of the game as well. They have had the ball in their hands the majority of this first half, have really been running that clock down with that potent running attack. Even though they run on the outside, they stay in bounds, they tick that clock, they huddle up every single play, and they have not been giving Friendswood a chance to produce. Friendswood is really going to have to come out and put a big stop together, because the way Angleton runs the football, coming back from 3 scores down with the time of possession game they play, it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, one thing that Angleton does that, knows the first half, and they do keep that clock run, is when they do run, like you said, they stay in the field. When they run those screen passes to the receivers, they cut it back to the field. So even when they do get some yardage and they're brought down, that clock's going to run another 20, 25 seconds. Cosme stays under center for 5, 6 seconds, calling the play out. It's the clock has been rolling. When you take that first drive, the second quarter for Angleton, that was a 6-minute drive where they went down and scored. And so Friendswood has only had the ball at their back. I mean, they had 6 minutes of time on the clock, only had a couple possessions with the wind at their back. And so those little things in a game like this are huge. One our big question before the game, how is Angleton going to treat this game? They've sewed the playoffs up. Well, they answered that pretty quickly with the way they were on the field before the game, the way they rushed the field after the game, the way they were celebrating after touchdowns. This is a team that wants to win. Their last times against Friendswood have not. Well, their last game against Friendswood a couple years ago was not successful. There's a lot of pride on that coaching staff, a lot of pride in Angleton's players. They want to win this game, period. Go into the playoffs on a high note. And here they come out on the field right now. Not only is Angleton up 14-0, but they will get the football to start the second half. Justin, what does Friendswood need to do to turn this thing around? Besides, obviously, move the ball.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Pick up more than 54 yards in the second half is the first key. I would say the key for Friendswood is to really just not rush this game right now.
Sure.
You're only down 14-0. Don't immediately start slinging the rock right now, because what's really been hurting Friendswood is that pass rush of the Angleton Wildcats. They have been getting in there on some intricate blitz packages for runs and passes on third and long, third and short situations. Angleton have really dominated that third down. Friendswood has got to figure out how to pick up those blitzes, because they've had success running the football. The passing game has not been there. Actually, Gurdon has accounted for 15 yards through the air, so the passing game has got to improve. But you don't have to immediately start airing the ball out. Let Revere get going, and once Revere gets going, work some play action off of that.
Right.
Let Gurdon drop back. He has an excellent arm and some great targets on the outside.
Sure.
Just be patient with it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you on that, Justin. Friendswood will kick off with the wind at their back. So this is the quarter. Friendswood's got to make some headway with the wind at their back. You don't want to go in that fourth quarter down a couple scores, needing to move the ball with the wind in your face. That kickoff by Alvarez goes out of the end zone. Also want to update everyone listening tonight on MCS Sports. Volleyball is up 2-1. They are down 12-10 in the fourth set right now versus Rouse in that regional semis. We will keep you updated. Again, thanks everyone for listening to MCS Sports. Thank you for listening all season long.
And unsportsmanlike conduct
right
on the
there.
Wildcats, and Friendswood needs to capitalize on this thing. That's first and 25. You got to have this opportunity sewed up. Angleton's going to start this series from their own 10-yard line. Friendswood not only needs to stop them, get a 3-and-out, but get the ball in Angleton territory. And I didn't see what happened.
No, I didn't either. They're actually going to spot the ball at the 13-yard line, but regardless, must have just been some talking going on there by Angleton.
Doesn't surprise me.
No, I was going to say, we've seen that before. Looks like Archie is back in the ball game now. Archie and Jones back in there in that wing tee for the Wildcats. 24 minutes left for Friendswood. This could be the end of their season. Hopefully, they've got another game in them next week. We will see. They've got to come back from 14 down starting the second half. Handoff, Joseph Jones, right side, still on his feet, gets out to the 20-yard line.
And I just want to know why it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10.
Sure
they
is.
called it 1st and 10 from the 13. So something.
Yeah, something's amiss out there for sure.
Something's not right here. I guess they're going to call it half the distance from the kickoff, but not sure why that would be a first.
Well, where's the penalty then?
1st and 10.
I mean,
that doesn't make any sense.
2nd and 3 now from the 20-yard line. You're right. That is an odd situation. Twin receivers to the right side. Cosme under center. Twin backs in the backfield. Cosme, quick pitch to Jones around the left side this time. It's going to be bottled up, maybe 2 yards on that carry.
Yeah,
He's going to bring up
3rd down right here. Mustangs need to stand tall. They have pulled out all the stops on 3rd down, and the Wildcats nearly had them that last 3rd down, but a solid run by Williams was able to pick it up. Let's see what the Wildcats dial up here. Mustangs going to need to bring some heat in order to stop them.
In 3rd and a long one here for the Wildcats. Getting senior leadership in that backfield with Cosme at center, 4-year starter, and Kendall Archie. Jordan Jones, a junior.
Friendswood pack 7 in the box.
Coming in tight. Oh, I thought I saw some movement. No call. Archie around the right side. Brought down for a loss.
Oh, boy, and Archie bobbled that pitch.
Yes,
he would have been able to pick it up and catch the edge. Instead, had to collect that football. Hermes takes him down. Maybe a loss on the play. And 4th down, Wildcats. Mustangs are going to get this thing back.
Great job by that Friendswood defense. Going to give the Friendswood offense great field position. Halata looks like back right about the midfield stripe.
They should get this ball in Wildcat territory. What an excellent opportunity for the Mustangs after that unsportsmanlike penalty that was a little goofy. Not sure why it was a 1st and 10. Moved them back half the distance. Ended up being a 12-yard penalty, but still at 1st and 10. Mustangs shut them down.
Kick is way short.
Mustangs got to get out of the way.
That ball's going to roll to the 31.
That's going to be a 8-yard punt right there from the Wildcats. Not exactly a booming kick.
Oh, absolutely not. Justice Mayon, that is not going to help your average.
That was a stinker.
Again, kicking into the wind, not helping for Friendswood. You have everything set just the way you want it here to start the second half. Offense needs to take advantage of this. Twin receivers coming out. Revere offset to Gurdon's right. Again, Friendswood ball on the Wildcat 32. Where are we going?
Boy, offside.
Fluellen's 10 yards downfield.
I'll tell you what, the Mustangs were going for it all right there because the Flu took off. You had movement on the top side as well. I think Alvarez also moved. If it wasn't Alvarez, it would have been Dawson Johnson.
Both inside receivers just
receivers. Somebody's on the same page. Receivers are not watching that football.
Cannot do that.
Oh, man, that's exactly what you can't have. You got all the momentum right now coming out of the half. Have 1st and 10 in Wildcat territory. Make it 1st and 15 now.
Twin receivers. Empty backfield now for the Mustangs as Revere goes into that wing.
And
another
penalty.
1st
and 20. Mustangs are a little skittish right now. Looked like the left tackle out there.
That was James Davis.
James Davis with a quick kick step. Was ready for that pass rush. That has been so haunting for the Mustangs. And, oh, boy, they might blow this opportunity. It was 1st and 10 from the 32. Now they're on the 42, 1st and 20.
And I'm going to check James Davis. That was not James Davis. That was Miles Morgan. I hate to call you out, Miles, but James, we apologize on that. That was a big-time penalty right there, unfortunately.
You can tell the Mustangs are passing here. Look at those hands from the O-line.
Empty set. You're right. They're light.
And another false start.
That is James Davis. What are we doing out there?
My goodness. You could tell, and that's exactly who I was looking at, James Davis. He had his hand nearly off the ground already, anticipating that pass rush of the Wildcats. Oh, boy.
1st and 25, and so you get the break you need. 1st and 10 on the 32, and now you're back to the 47-yard line of the Wildcats.
Turn that into a pretty good punt.
You are right. 1st down and 25, empty backfield again. Passing down, I'll say blitz coming from the outside, caught across the middle. Dawson Johnson still on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5-yard line, Dawson Johnson.
Well, how about that?
Yes, sir.
Gurdon just wanted to pad the stats a little bit. Excellent completion, 40-plus yards right there. Gurdon to Johnson across the formation inside that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. 3-yard line. Let Revere pound the rock and get this thing in. Oh, they're going to mark him at the 5. Got 5 yards to go, 4 downs to do it.
That was almost the same amount of yardage we had in the first half compiled, and now it is a double tight formation. Give it to Luke. Luke, hand off at the middle.
Oh, nothing doing, and took a lick. Held up at the line, was finished off right there by a Wildcat. Took a shot.
Yeah, Cheney came in that same position and just blew him up, helmet to helmet, to look like. But
nothing there for Revere. 2nd and goal from the 5 yet again.
Friendswood not going to be happy with settling for a field goal. You got to punch this in.
You got to get 7 points on the board. Use all 4 downs if you got to, but you got to get in the end zone.
Friendswood had issues in the red zone, unfortunately, this season. Now they got Mike Gibson
big
back
Mike
there.
Feed him the rock.
Revere, handoff. No, it's going to go out of the backfield. It's going to be incomplete.
It's dropped. It was Roney in the flats, and that's why he is a linebacker, not a tight end. Angleton nearly had a beat on that to intercept it, but just thrown right over the head of him. Roney could have had that one, thought it was going to be deflected. But there is a flag down on the field. We'll see what that is. But
they're talking to the coach Britton of Angleton.
But, boy, that ball could have been a pick six the other way. Yes, Gurdon dodged a bullet, and I think that's why Roney dropped that ball, because the Wildcat defender just misread that one. He was looking at the green in front of him, I believe, let it sneak behind him, and then it hit Roney in the hands.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
And that will be, well, it should be 2nd down, not 3rd, if they're going to take that penalty.
You know,
this is going to be 2nd down from the 10, and that's penalty number 4 on this drive for the good guys.
This reminds me of the Hightower game that Daniel and I did when they had 1st and goal, same position, going to the right side, pick 6, called back, but instead of pounding the ball in, you do something like that. 2nd down, it's going to be a Gurdon. No, it's going to be Christian Lee on the keeper.
Oh, nearly gets down to the 2-yard line. Love the play call. Lee out in space. The Wildcats bit on Revere. That DN sucked in. Lee took advantage, shot through the gap, took it down to the 2 after he was wrangled down by a defender. And I think you run the same type of situation.
Why not?
But
3rd and 2.
I see Gurdon in the ball game. Looks like he is going to take the snap directly under center. Give it to Big Mike.
Gibson in the backfield. You got Revere behind Gibson.
They do.
Big Mike!
Stumbling, rumbling.
Get in. Is he in?
I thought he had it. Referees are looking, conferring. It's a big pile. I thought he had it.
Mike
it's
Gibson.
Good.
Big fella.
Show him some love. Been blocking all game. He needs to take that ball home, put it in a case.
Keep that ball. That's right. Keep that football. Young man, he dives in the coach and almost broke his back. Good job, Mike Gibson. Friendswood down 14-6. Extra point pending. And I love the play call. You just got to go pound it at them. And they absolutely do and get the 6.
Size over speed.
Kick is up and
it's
wide
no good.
Left.
And that was a spinner. And before the kick happened, I was thinking I didn't want to speak it into existence, but the Friendswood PAT unit has had problems from week 1.
Absolutely.
And we saw last night how big extra points can be in a football game. Almost, I mean, that's the difference of Friendswood being alive right now. Hightower loses by 1 on a missed extra point. Friendswood already struggling to put points on the board. Gives away a free one right there. Couldn't tell if it was a snap or what, but that ball was spinning the wrong direction. It was not end over end. Alvarez looked like he caught it on the far right side of that football as that thing tornadoed.
Oh, goodness.
Tough break.
Yeah, we saw it in the game last night. Foster Hightower. Foster wins by a blocked extra point.
You saw it in the Texans game the week before.
Yes, absolutely. Special teams, so critical. The good news for Friendswood, though, is that they are on the board, down 1 score.
With a lot of football to play.
Oh, a ton of football left here. Again, Friendswood taking advantage of that wind. Going to have to do it again. Need another stop by the defense here as Alvarez's kick goes out of the end zone. And things are staying chippy on the field. And for Angleton, this is not at all what they want to do. Have a close game. They're going to have to keep their starters in to win this thing. Friendswood down 8. 7:50 left here in the third quarter. And life from that Friendswood sideline now. Again, if you just joined us, Mike Gibson just plunged in from 2 yards out to give Friendswood their first score of the game. Down 14-6 now. Angleton's drive will start from their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Wing T formation. Cosme barks it out. Kendall Archie around the left side. Cuts it up. Got 5 yards, still on his feet. Give that man 7.
What Archie does really well is that play is designed to go outside. Friendswood contains it. As soon as he sees that gap open up, he cuts that thing back because that would have been a minimal gain. Instead, turns it into 7, nearly 8. Archie doing it himself.
Update the volleyball score. Friendswood volleyball lost set 3 and lost set 4. It is all knotted up going to the final game. Lost set 4, 25-19. 1 set remains. Win that, you're on to the regional finals. Right here, win this, you're in the playoffs next Friday at New Caney. 7 minutes left here in the third. 2nd down and 3. Little end around to Jones. Williams. Williams is going to cut it back. 1st down, he's still on his feet. 40, 45, 50. Halata got him out of bounds. Into Wildcat territory, out of bounds at the the Friendswood territory. Out of bounds on the Friendswood 39-yard line. Halata saves a touchdown.
Looked like Tostado had a chance. He broke him down and then just whiffed on the tackle. Did not get a good read on that at all, and he reversed the field all the way around. Ended up making that a big game for the Wildcats, now into Mustang territory, and Friendswood needs to tighten up.
Twin receivers to the right side for the Wildcats. Cosme under center. Twin backs in the backfield. Quick pass out, caught, 40, 35. Still on his feet, 30, 25. My goodness, having trouble tackling out there.
Yeah, tackling has been poor for the Mustangs.
Look like Charles Walton the third with the reception. Just a quick, just a screen right there. Looked like it might have even been behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense of Angleton, it really is simplistic. They make it look so complicated with all the moving parts in the backfield, but all they've been running in the passing game, screens to their speedy wideouts, and they have been running the ball outside of the tackles. Friendswood has just had a hard time bringing down these athletes in space.
1st down and 10. Friendswood's 25. Angleton driving the football. 6:23 left here in the third. Everybody's in tight. Motion man Walton the third. Got a flag, gonna have a false start.
And I looked like Walton approached the line of scrimmage before he went in motion. I thought it was called a little late right there, but yeah, clear false start right there on the Wildcats. That's a break that the Mustangs desperately needed. Give their guys a chance to catch a little breather if the Wildcats have been marching this thing down the field. Also, tack on an extra 5, 1st and 15 from the Mustangs 30.
Jason Williams back in the ball game now for Walton the third. Clock under 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Wildcats putting a nice drive together. Backed up 5 on that play, though. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. One back, single back, Archie. Screen pass. Oh, no, there he goes. Jason Williams up the middle, 20, 15. That play has been so successful tonight.
Oh, and late flag comes in. Hopefully that's not on the Mustangs, because if it is, that's going to send them inside the 10. Flag came in fairly late. Looked like he was already down, but, man, that tunnel screen was wide open.
Yeah, I thought Matt might have hit him late, possibly.
I didn't think that was a late hit.
I don't think so either.
I don't know what else it would have been. Referee's still conferring.
Yeah, those tunnel screens have just been so effective tonight.
They've been running the same plays over and over, and we have no answer. No answer at all. But the Wildcats seem to be marching in the wrong direction.
Good.
We'll see what that play call is. Another personal foul.
Just a personal foul.
No explanation needed, but I guess that's going to be past the sticks. Oh, man, another interesting personal foul. It's going to be one of those 1st and 14 situation. The sticks are still moving around.
No, okay. So it's after the play. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
See, this one makes sense to me.
After the play.
You picked up the first down, extracurricular outside of the play. You move it back 15, 1st and 10 Wildcats.
All right. Ball's on Friendswood 29-yard line. It is, though, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Twin receivers to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield. Motion man is Williams. Goes back, little toss. Oh, a little trickery to Cosme. Oh, that was an ugly pass.
Threw one straight into the turf. A lot of trickery, not a lot of execution. So you could tell right there the way the running back handled that football. He had no intent of running.
Right.
Settled in, somewhat of a flea flicker type action. Back to Cosme. A flea flicker to throw a 3-yard out in the dirt.
I don't get that, and just I don't get either. Why do you get cute when
Angleton is running it down their throat right now? They try and get fancy to hit a home run ball of 3 yards and don't convert.
You just don't have to. You just got to go with what you can do, and there's no reason to change that. But I'm glad they did. Handoff to Jones around the right side. Jones still on his feet. 20, 15. My goodness. He should have been bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
That was Hermes whiffed on that tackle. Looked like he had him at the line. Would have been about a 2-yard gain. Tried to clip him up. Thought he had him. Ended up popping out, and that's been the story of the game. Friendswood's been in position, just have not been able to corral these Wildcats tonight.
Appreciate everybody with listening tonight on MCS Sports. Dr. Dinky in the house tonight. Appreciate that as always. We all love us some Dinky. Miss Hoskins, DJ Frenchie, thanks for listening. We need to get some mojo here for the Mustangs right now, down 14-6. 4:40 left here in the third. Big stop for the defense. It needs to happen here. Toss around the right side of Jones again. Going to be, nice job. Brought out maybe. Well, they're going to say he stayed in bounds. I don't get that. A 2-yard gain.
2 right there. That QB lead. Love that play. Cosme really showing some senior leadership. Going out there, pitches the ball, follows in front of his man, and lead blocks. You don't see a lot of that action from your quarterback. And here's Angleton. We talked about it at half. One of those methodical drives. 4+ minutes and counting have marched all the way down the field. Continue to huddle up after each play.
Twin backs beside the quarterback Cosme now. Jones out of the backfield in motion to the left side. Cosme pass back. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, going to get about a yard gain. Couldn't bring him down again. That's just that screen pass again.
Man, the Mustangs were all over that one, but again, broke a tackle, able to pick up positive yardage after that could have been a disastrous play. 3:30 and ticking, ball at the 9-yard line. Mustangs need a big stop. Not sure how the Angleton kicking game is, but as we just saw, it can always be disastrous at the high school level. Mustangs need a big stop right here.
Well, Friendswood's defense has been a good bend but don't break most of the season. This will be a great example of it again right here. They can hold the Wildcats. Twin receivers to the left. Cosme looks to his left. Got a man. That ball is caught. Touchdown. Angleton Wildcats. Number 16, Joshua Ellis, from that tight end position.
It's always hard to cover that tight end as he sneaks out across the formation. Leaked out, and we saw Ellis with some serious stone hands earlier in the ball game. Holds on to that one. 6 points, 20-6. Angleton on top.
And again, just not only do they score, but the time consumption on that drive.
A long drive. Over 5 minutes was that drive of the Wildcats, and that's what happens. No incomplete passes, just running the ball on the outside, not getting it, and then easy tunnel screen completions. Oh, boy, that extra point was a floater. Thought it was going to push right, but it got through there. 21-6, Angleton on top.
3:06 left here. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on MCS Sports.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. 3:06 on the clock here in the third quarter. Friendswood will get the ball back down 21-6. 3 minutes left with the wind at their back. Sure would be nice to see Friendswood put something together here with these next 3 minutes with the wind at their back. Air that ball out, find some Christian Lee, find some Austin Alvarez, find Dawson Johnson again. He was the man last possession, but most importantly, put some points back on this board. Make this a one-score game, maybe going here into the fourth quarter. Kick is short. It's going to be fielded. It's going to be fair caught at the 31-yard line.
Jackson
Stevens again.
With the sure hands right there. And I was talking about being patient, but we're about running out of time for being patient. You still have time to get Revere going on first and second down, but the passing game is just going to have to be there for the Mustangs. The only pass that has been a real successful, you had an 11-yard comeback route from Austin Alvarez and a 42-yard catch and run from Dawson Johnson. Besides that, it has been abysmal.
Gurdon back to pass. Twin receivers both sides. Man, caught. The flew. 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. That's what you like to see right there.
And the Mustangs were doing something I also brought up in the first half. The blitz has been killing them. They have Revere sit back in there and block instead of go out into a route right there, able to pick up that 5th man the Mustangs line would not have been able to handle. Fluellen on the out and up. First down.
3 minutes left. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Gurdon rolls to his right, looking for Johnson, not open. Throws the ball now. Johnson is open. Nice job, Dawson Johnson, of just staying around, finding that hole. And that's a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Just got to the sticks. Ball is on the 45-yard line of Angleton. Quick update from the regional semifinals. Friendswood victorious. Game round 5. They're going to go to round 5 tomorrow in the state regional finals. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon still looking. He's going to run out of bounds. Actually going to be
Gurdon
right to the sticks.
Gurdon should have dumped that one. I think that's going to go down as a sack, but a 2-yard loss right there. I like what they're doing, trying to roll the pocket. They have not had success doing the traditional drop back pocket as Angleton has pressured them all night long, decided to roll it, and it's been working for the past couple of plays, but not right there. It's just the Wildcats more of a coverage sack.
Yeah, 2:32 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 12 now for the Stangs. Revere offset to Gurdon's left. Twin receivers to both sides. Lee at tight end. No, we're going to have Lee and going to have motion. Oh, good crack back block. Revere can't handle the pass.
That's got to be incomplete. Never had a hold on that one.
Christian Lee came in and just cracked the outside linebacker. If you just get that pass complete, Revere's got some room to run on that side.
Can we talk about Luke Gurdon reaching up, using all of his frame to corral that snap? The ball nearly went over his head. Timing was off from the start. On a play like that, timing is everything. When you got a crack coming, when you're setting up a screen, timing is so crucial. The snap immediately threw it off. Pass a little low. Play was just goofy from the start.
Here we go, third and 12. Don't like third downs tonight. We need to find a way to complete this. Here they come, the blitz. Picked up. Pass across the middle. It's intercepted. 37. 40. Fumble! Go! Alvarez picked it up. Alvarez picks it up.
And how about that for a first down?
First down, Friendswood. Angleton drops. They have the interception. They fumble the return. Alvarez right in the right spot.
Actually ended up getting the first down yardage they originally needed. But there is a flag on the turf. Let's see what it is. I imagine it's got to be a hold after the interception.
Don't spoil this one.
What I will say, I saw Revere blocking downfield when that pass was thrown. That could also be involved.
A lot of Friendswood fans on the other side holding their breath right now.
This is going to be a crucial penalty call, but Friendswood marching up to the football like it is on Angleton, or the flag was waved off. The ball is currently on the
hold Angleton.
Oh, yes, the hold Angleton penalty declined.
Absolutely.
Mustangs have the football, a free first down.
Woo!
Defense has not
Wow.
been paying attention in practice to the high and tight drills the offense does on the other side, carrying that ball like a loaf of bread. Easy strip for the Mustangs. Alvarez with the senior leadership and awareness. First down.
Twin receivers both sides. Balls on the Angleton 35. Blitz again. Oh, no. Gurdon takes a shot. Caught.
Oh,
Lee.
and then
No, he drops it.
Oh, boy, Lee hit him right in the hands. Just
Oh,
looking upfield, he
goodness.
heard the footsteps, and Gurdon showing some incredible
Yes.
poise in the pocket. And I'm going to just go ahead and say this. Angleton knows the snap count.
No doubt.
They time it up every single play. The Mustangs have been using the same cadence in passing situations. Angleton is all over that one, as that was Jose Rodriguez, who's been in the backfield a lot tonight. Gurdon had no time to release that football, but still made an excellent pass.
Twin receivers, here they come again.
Nothing.
Revere gone.
It's Rodriguez again. They know the snap count. The Mustangs need to start going on 3 or 4 because 1 and 2 is not getting it done. Revere didn't have a chance. He had 3 purple jerseys in the backfield, and here we are again with a 3rd and 12 after you catch a huge break.
It's just so hard to see this. It's so hard to watch this knowing that Angleton knows the play and Angleton knows the snap before we even can figure it out ourselves. I mean, it's just
They've known
time and time
the
again.
snap since the first quarter of this ball game.
Twin receivers to the right side. Single receiver Alvarez up top to the left. Lee in tight. Revere out in the flats. Going to use him as a decoy. Looking for Alvarez. Caught. First down. Austin Alvarez still on his feet at the 22, 21-yard line. Great grab by Austin Alvarez. Sure-handed as always.
Just a deep in route right there with a dig from Alvarez. Ball put right on the money from Gurdon. He's starting to dial in a little bit. Mustangs marching nearly in that red zone on the 21.
And it helps that you pick the blocks up that time. That was key on that play. Revere around the right side. Got some room. 20, 15, 10. Push one down. Oh, he's out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Good stiff arm right there from Revere. Sent a Wildcat in the dirt. Jason Williams been doing a lot of talking, a lot of dancing tonight, but he got a arm full of Revere right there. First down in that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. Mustangs trying to put 7 on the board before this fourth quarter starts to make it a ball game.
Noah Palace comes in now for Revere.
I imagine he is not going to get the ball right here. Has not handled the ball all night long. It's got to be a passing play.
Twin receivers to the left side. Alvarez in motion from the right to the left. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon pass in the end zone.
Oh,
incomplete.
boy, nearly intercepted by Cameron Stone. Good job right there from the Mustangs. Looked like that was Christian Lee. Christian Lee playing a little defensive back right there. Gurdon did not throw up a good ball right there. That one was dangerous.
Revere comes back in the ball game now as Pallets goes out. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Angleton up 21-6. Friendswood is in the hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. It's been dicey in that red zone. Friendswood's got to find a way, and Friendswood, Angleton's going to take the timeout.
Burns a timeout. Friendswood's going to have some time to think about what they're going to run as well. You got 3 plays to get it into the end zone, and you do have to get it into the end zone.
We're going to take a quick break. Be right back here. 40 seconds left in the third. Be right back on MCS Sport.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs!
Next Thursday, you will be caught in a flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at NY.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here from Angleton, Texas. 40 seconds left here in the third. Friendswood down 21-6. However, 9 yards away from pay dirt. Second and goal from the 9. Revere in the game. Offset to Gurdon's right. Alvarez. Single receiver. Pass back to Revere. Caught. 10. And he's going to go nowhere. My goodness. Takes a lick.
Revere has been taking some shots tonight. He gets stood up. The Angleton Wildcats did a good job of rallying. That was Williams lighting them up right there. Mustangs trying to run a little throwback. They roll the pocket to the right, toss it back to Revere, stationed in on the left, ball thrown a little in front of him. Excellent acrobatic catch by Revere, all for nothing. Just back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9, 2 plays to get it done.
Dawson Johnson just comes back in for the Mustangs. Empty backfield for Garden. They're
Well, that's
down
got
up
to be
a
an
blitz.
offsides.
Garden's got time. We picked it up. Caught. 5-yard line and out of bounds at the 4.
I don't know how they didn't call that offsides right there. Trying to time that thing up was quite a bit early right there. And no call, but that's going to take it to the 4th quarter. Mustang's got to punch this thing in from about 4 yards out.
We'll take one. I think we're going to stay right here because I don't want to come back and miss anything on this. It will be 4th down and goal from the 4. We have 12 minutes left, possibly in the season for the Mustangs, but hopefully not. Need to find a way to put 2 scores on the board before this thing is done. Got an opportunity right here. Justin, what's your call right here? 4th and 4. What are you running?
Well, you're not running at all.
Not like that.
You definitely got to air this thing out.
Sure.
And to be completely honest with you, I like the Christian Lee
Yes,
out of the Wildcat. Gives you just another option. I would have Lee. I would have Revere back there. And tell you the truth, I'd throw Halata in the ball game as well.
Why not?
He's arguably the best athlete, one of the best athletes on the field on either team tonight. He's been locked in on the defensive end, doing an excellent job on the Wildcat wide receivers. But I wouldn't mind seeing Halata in the ball game as well. But for sure, Christian Lee out of the Wildcat, a little zone read pass option. That's what I'd like to see.
You know, we are going to come out and we are going to have
Big Mike's in the game at tackle.
Well, they're going to leave him at tackle.
Unfortunately.
Lee is going to go to his tight end position, it looks like. Garden, Revere offset to his right.
Normal straight position. Now watch for Lee to chip and leak out across the formation right here.
Alvarez in motion. He and Fluellner up top. Garden looking to pass. Got a man. That's caught from Alvarez.
Fighting. Balls on the turf.
Balls on the turf.
Oh, they say he's down, but he's short, and Angleton's going to take over at the 1. Alvarez doing everything he can, scratching and clawing to get in that end zone. The route is run short of the goal line, and it was in triple coverage. That ball easily could have been intercepted or knocked down. Well, now the sticks are going to mark him at the 3-yard line. That's not right.
Really? No.
He's about a yard shy. They need to move those back a few yards.
I would think so, too.
Alvarez did everything he could. He had 3 defenders on him, was still chopping his feet, just did not have enough. Mustangs can easily bring some heat right here and get a safety. Balls marked on the 1.5-yard line. If I'm the Mustangs, you got to bring.
Friendswood does get the ball back. They're going to have to move the ball into that stiff north wind. Handoff, 5, 10. Rattled off about a 14-yard gain. Right, well, he gets to the 14, about a 12-yard gain.
Right through the C gap right there was Jones. And, boy, that was a large gap driven out by that Wildcat offensive line. Big C gap hole. Mustangs unable to fill it in time.
1st and 10 now from their own 13-yard line. Little breathing room for the Wildcats in that tight wing T formation yet again. Friendswood needs to dial up some pressure here. Toss back to Jones. Got him sprung out of bounds. Nice job by the Mustang defense that time.
Tostado leading the way, doing an excellent job of making sure he does not get that outside edge. Minimal gain right there for the Wildcats. We'll call it a gain of 2.
Stops the clock. Oh, no, excuse me, does not stop the clock.
Clock is now a factor as the Wildcats up 15, just under 11 minutes and ticking, and you know how they can eat up some clock. They don't even necessarily have to put up points right here. They drive to the other side of the field like they've been doing. They're going to run this thing down to about 6 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen so many 6-minute drives for the Wildcats this ball game. Handoff, Archie up the middle. Archie still on his feet at the 20. Brought down by a host of Stangs right above the 20-yard line. Going to say about a 2 yards short of the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 now for the Angleton Wildcats.
Archie does a great job of squeezing through some seriously tight gaps. I thought the Mustangs had everything under control but he just found a way to sneak through that right there. 3rd and 2, another big 3rd down, and that's been the story of the game. The Mustangs have not been able to convert. The Wildcats have been able to convert their 3rd down conversions, and they have had a lot of 3rd and shorts.
Bringing a second tight end now for the Wildcats. They're going to bring a man in motion right behind the quarterback now. Is going to be Walton, the 3rd. Handoff up the middle. Jones, first down. That is Archie, Kendall Archie. First down, about a 4-yard gain. And this is, I don't know, typical Angleton football for the season, but typical Angleton football for this game, which is time-consuming drives that they do. They are satisfied getting their 4 and 5 yards, and they're doing a great job again right now as Friendswood had them pinned back on their own 2. And right now they're at the Wildcat 27.
Story of Angleton football, they've been working it outside on early downs. 3rd down, they've been pounding up the middle.
Double tight again. It's going to be 1 tight, 2 receivers this time. Walton in motion. Little misdirection. Handoff at the middle. 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet. 45, 50, 40, 35-yard line. There goes Jordan Jones. Friendswood trying to strip the ball. Maybe need to make it that tackle.
You saw that hole open up from the start. The Mustangs continue to peep their head in the backfield. There's so much motion going on. It's really like a triple option type of motion back there. Like you see from a team like Terry, you got all kinds of moving parts when really it's just a dive up the middle, but they're too busy keying on what's going on in that backfield and not filling the holes left by those offensive linemen.
Halata with a touchdown-saving tackle right there, 8:38 and counting in Friendswood territory. Friendswood needs to get a stop. Angleton up 21-6. Toss back Jones around the right side, 30, 25, 20, 15. Going to be run out of bounds by Trey Matt. And he's going to be out of bounds inside Friendswood's, right inside the 6-yard line. 8:22 left. Angleton 1st and goal from the Friendswood 6.
Angleton in no rush at all to get this snap off. 8:22 remains. Friendswood has to build a wall right here on the defensive line if they want to stay in this ball game.
Both backs in the backfield in that wing T formation. Man in motion, Walton. Handoff around the left side. Jordan Jones, touchdown. Angleton Wildcats. No flags on the field. Angleton goes up 27-6 with the extra point pending. 8:16 left here from Wildcat Stadium. Friendswood is in a tremendous hole. Rosales comes in for the extra point with the wind at his back. I imagine this ball will go a long, long ways. Friendswood needs a Hermes tip right here, maybe to get something back in their favor. Oh, man, he almost got in there and got one instead. Extra point is good. 28 for Angleton, 6 for Friendswood. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on MCS Sports.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the score is Angleton 28, your Friendswood Mustangs 6. 8:16 left here in the ball game. Friendswood just got to find a way to keep fighting. That ball goes out over Palace's head and into the end zone for a touchback. Mustangs are fighting an Angleton defense that has been very successful tonight. They are fighting a clock that shows 8:16. They are fighting the wind which is still blowing strong out of that north, about 20, 25 miles an hour. That's a lot against you, Justin.
Not looking good.
They have put themselves in a little bit of a bind, had a chance before the last drive down, 4th and goal, couldn't quite punch it in, and Angleton does what Angleton has done tonight, which is put a nice drive together, capped with that score. And Friendswood starts this drive. Gurdon back to pass. That ball's almost intercepted. However, Christian Lee on the reception. Lee going to have a first down, and then no whistle.
Lee was up for an eternity right
yes,
there.
Yes, he was.
Ended up being a 15-yard gain on the connection. Little flood route from Lee leaking out to that Friendswood sideline. It was almost a jump ball type situation right there. Lee ended up showing some strong hands, out-muscling the Wildcat defender for a gain of 15.
1st and 10, Revere, handoff around the right side. He's at the 40. He's going to get back about to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe a 1-yard gain at most. Ball will be spotted on the 43-yard line. Revere doesn't really know where to run for him.
Revere has been a non-factor the second half, and that's not something we have seen all year. Definitely not putting that on him.
Oh, no.
He hasn't had the opportunity to break those single tacklers because it is a host of Wildcats that meet him at the line nearly every time he's touched the ball this half.
Ball is on the Friendswood 43. Need to score now. 7 minutes, 7:19 and counting here left in this fourth quarter. Again, we'll have a moment. Again, congratulations, Friendswood girls volleyball on to the regional finals tomorrow versus Kingwood Park. Down up a blitz again. Block caught this time. Gurdon floats it to Alvarez. That ball is intercepted. Number 13, Thaddeus Cheney. Big 6'3" safety for Angleton.
Could not have had an easier one right there.
No, that looked like the one earlier.
Looked like he was fielding a punt right there. You knew as soon as that ball left Gurdon's hand that it did not have a prayer to connect with Alvarez. Just too much under it. Trying to adjust for that win. Cheney, easy interception, and that will all but do it for your Friendswood Mustangs.
6:59 left, and again, you're down 3 scores, and Angleton has a time-consuming offense that they run like a well-oiled machine. You got a 4-year starter at quarterback. You got 2 outstanding backs in the backfield with him. Friends are going to have to get a turnover, Joe. You cannot let them get a couple first downs, so you've got to get a stop. You got to get a turnover right now. Wing T formation, you're going to have Jones. Jones bottled up at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get about 2 when it's all said and done. That wind, you can hear that.
Pull out a miracle. I believe that will break the 11-year straight playoff run that the Mustangs have had.
Since 2007, you're right. Since 2007, Friendswood has not only made the playoffs, but many years gone several rounds, and this is a team that's going to finish the season, unless without a miracle here, 7-3. You know, that's a strong 7-3 record. Excuse me, 7-4. Excuse me, 6-4. Excuse me, 6-4.
Oh my goodness! They have the ball.
There's your turnover. That's what we were looking for.
Dane Roney
just stripped that ball out of there
and carried a defender along for another 15. We're up here being sad talking about the negatives, but Roney making a name for himself, and Roney's had an excellent night tonight. Just a junior. This isn't going to be his last game regardless of the outcome. Roney has a bright future ahead of him. Mustangs already in that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. Ball marked on the 19.
Well, you said you got to have a turnover or a quick stop, and they got their turnover now. Offense needs to find a way to put it in the end zone.
Offside.
Oh, it's got to be offsides.
And you gotta blow that play dead if you're a referee.
My God, they blew Gurdon up.
Gurdon gets thrown down around the neck by Rodriguez, who continuously is the blitzer, who is offsides and timing it up. Mustangs adjust the snap count. Rodriguez still lays a shot of Gurdon, like I just said, around the neck area.
Yeah, that's
Referee's
no
got to do a better job of blowing that play dead as soon as he's 5 yards offside.
Well, and all that being said, though, still so close in that time. I mean, he was so close that time, too. Yeah, horrible and needs to be blown dead. But Angleton's a step away from getting that play again, just blowing that thing up also.
It has been a lot of Rodriguez.
Revere offset to Gurdon's right. Twin receivers of both sides. Gurdon back to pass. Floats one. Christian Lee. Touchdown, Friendswood Mustangs. Christian Lee all alone in the backfield. Where's the DB? Great job by Christian Lee.
Left his man in the dust. Jabbed inside. His man went with him. Took it back outside. Gurdon floats a beauty into the corner of the end zone. Mustangs down 16 with 5:54 remaining. In Friendswood, this is a big factor. Still has all 3 of those timeouts.
5:54 left, like you said. Alvarez on for the extra point. Ball is snapped. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick hits the upright, and it bounces back into the field of play. Are you kidding me?
No.
Golly.
Good. Angleton defender actually caught that ball. I wonder how that would have worked if a Friendswood receiver would have caught that ball off the upright.
I would have loved to have seen that.
But never seen anything quite like that. And let's just be honest, the special teams unit has been a complete disaster for Friendswood for many weeks now.
And in many different facets of it. It's not the same thing.
The snap, the hold, Alvarez being off the goalpost right there. Good night. Mustangs, as soon as you get momentum, it's happened after the last touchdown. You're feeling good. You're down 1 score after the last touchdown. About to make it 7. Nope, make it 8. And a second one missed there. Now you not only need 2 scores, you need 2 extra points as well. Mustangs really doing everything they can to make sure they don't pull off this miracle. And I imagine you get the onside kick. Look right here.
Oh, yeah, I see
and they are lining up for it. I've seen crazier things happen. They're going to have to get at least 1 onside kick in this game, as well as a stop. We'll see if they can do it.
Angleton fans are on their feet. They're thinking a little nervous here as well. You got Hermes on that far right side. Kick by Alvarez is going to be covered.
Good job by Angleton making sure it didn't get that big hop. Alvarez, not an excellent onside kick right there. We've seen him have some good ones. That one just skidded along the turf. Angleton hopped on him before it could take any wonky bounces, and they'll take over on their own 45-yard line.
Well, Friendswood's defense had a big stop, big turnover last time. We'll see if they can't get one more again. You're going to need to get another turnover because Angleton can easily run 550.
It's going to be hard to get that turnover with these running backs. They've been here before, both quality backs, but coughed one up right there. You're really going to have to hold that thing high and tight if you're a Wildcat, because you know the Mustangs are doing everything they can to get that ball on the turf.
Angleton's ball on their own 45-yard line. 5:51 left here in the ball game. In the wing T formation, handoff. Looks like Archie around the left side. Maybe a 3. Wow, that 4-yard gain.
Bob, that's ridiculous.
4-yard gain for that young man.
Well, we'll say it's 4, but I'll tell you that it was not. I thought it was definitely about 2.5, 3. They'll give him a free yard. 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Mustangs all pile on top of him right there, electing to not use their timeouts and save them for later in the game.
Sure.
I agree with that call right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, first thing you got to do is get the ball. Yeah, there's going to be academic. Ball's on the 49-yard line for the Wildcats. Friendswood dialing up a little outside pressure. Now Walton the third in motion to that left side. Toss. Jones around the right side. Still on his feet. That's enough for an Angleton Wildcat first down, and a big first down for the Wildcats. That can give them a fresh set of downs. Clock just at 5 minutes.
I love this Seth Cosme. Just threw a cut block right there on Seth Downs, who was about to make the tackle. The quarterback pitches the ball out, and you get an extra blocker out in the formation. Already got your playoff spot locked up 16. You got your quarterback out there throwing some shot blocks.
Four-year starter, senior quarterback. You're absolutely right, Justin. You don't see that for a lot of teams, but Cosme in there. Cosme wants this win badly. Walton third in motion up top. I thought I saw a little movement. Guess not. Jones around the right side. Stays in bounds. Smart.
I don't know how we're not calling something so obvious right there.
Yeah.
Walton is nowhere near set after his motion, playing Canadian football rules out here. Not even remotely close to being set.
And they're just playing it. No penalty.
Just letting it fly.
Friendswood calls a timeout. That's their first one of this half. Some Angleton fans are pouring out like they think they've got the win. I think that's maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe a little premature. I mean, there's no doubt they're in the driver's seat and driving still. But in high school football, anything can happen. 4:13 left. 2 timeouts for Friendswood.
Friendswood has to get this stop right here.
No doubt.
Because if not, that will just about do it. They're going to burn all 3 of their timeouts. They don't get them right here. That is going to, I would say, officially do it.
Well, thanks everyone again for listening all season long here on MCS Sports and the inaugural season of MCS Sports. It's been a lot of fun for Justin and I. We've had some outstanding student producers. Got one right beside us right now, and Daniel Feaster. I think, Feaster, how many times have you been with us? About 4? 4 or 5? I tell you what, we couldn't do it without that young man. Multiple times this season, even got him behind the mic one game, and man, it was just a great opportunity, and I know I kind of wish you weren't a senior, to be honest with you, but hey, bigger and better things for you too. So look forward to seeing that as well. Right now, bigger and better for the Friendswood Mustangs. Got to get a stop here, and they do. About a 1-yard gain, and Friendswood calls their second timeout.
A lot of Mustangs at the bottom of the pile, but first man there was Jackson Stevens. 3rd down and 6, 0 gain on the play. Let's give an Angleton lineman shaking up on the play right there. And that's exactly what you don't want if you're Angleton when you have a game nearly locked up.
Right. And
you got the playoff seed locked up.
Right.
That's the only bad thing that can come out of this night if you are Angleton.
So 4:08 left. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 when we start this. After this timeout, Angleton has the football on Friendswood's 39-yard line. Wind at their back.
You know what? That should save Friendswood a timeout.
Well, no, I thought so too.
Friendswood, on the board, it has Friendswood with the timeout run off, but Koopman is discussing with them. That should be an injury timeout
I agree.
On a Wildcat. We're not under 2 minutes yet. That should replace a Friendswood timeout. Not sure if the board's going to end up correcting that, but that should void Friendswood of using that timeout.
And we haven't seen a call from the official on the field to
it was
timeout.
called an injury timeout. I think the scoreboard's acting prematurely there. I'm gonna keep Friendswood at 2 timeouts.
We'll see. That would be huge for sure. Most importantly right now for Friendswood, regardless of all that, they got to stop Angleton right here. 3rd down and 5.
And the shotgun.
Twin receivers to the left side, single receiver to the right. Watch those screens. They've been running those tunnel screens all game. There it is again. Caught 40, 35. 1st down, still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5.
Oh, boy, he's in.
Touchdown, Angleton on a tunnel screen.
You called it. Jason Williams. Tunnel screen from 40 yards out. That's going to do it for the Mustang season. 34-12 Wildcats.
Wow, and I hate to say that I did call it. I don't want to see it. That's the same receiver. Jason Williams has had a night on those tunnel screens. Turns up the field and then just missed tackle after missed tackle. Had him stopped right near the 1st down marker. Slipped out of that, slipped out of 2 more. Halana brought him down right in the end zone. 34-12, extra point pending. Extra point is down, kick is up, and kick is good. 35-12 is the score. We'll take a quick break here on MCS Sports and be right back.
Generators of Houston and Generac support the Friendswood High School Mustangs. For all of your industrial and commercial generator needs, choose the oldest and largest Generac industrial dealer in Texas, Generators of Houston. They are generator installation experts with over 14 years of experience and installation references in virtually every commercial, municipal, and industrial application. If your business needs a generator installation, service, or parts, call the largest industrial Generac dealer in Texas, generatorsofhouston.com. That's generatorsofhouston.com. Go Mustangs.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the kick goes out of bounds at the, was it right out of bounds at the 1, so that's going to be a penalty on that for the Wildcats. It's the shortest kick of the night for sure from them. 4:07 left here in the ball game. 35 for the Angleton Wildcats, who will go into the playoffs as the second seed from District 10 5A for Friendswood. Unless there's something way up their sleeve we don't see, Justin. Down 3 scores right now. This is going to end the season for them. 4:07 left, though. Sure like to see some spark, something here. Revere run around the right side. There he goes. 30, 35, out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They are going to call him out of bounds, so it'll be a second down and 2 for the Mustangs. Love to see a continued spark here for these Mustangs. Finish this drive strong, maybe get another score or 2 on the board.
This is the last drive of football some of these guys will ever play.
Well, yeah, especially the way Angleton runs. They know we can get a touchdown and then an onside kick. Get something back. Gurdon back to pass. Caught the flu. 42, 45, first down. Still on his feet. Gets to about the 49-yard line. He is bragging us, marking at the 50.
Good moves right there. Bly Fluellen made Charles Walton dance a little bit right there.
A lot of strong seniors for this Friendswood team right here. Would love to go out, finish strong right here, even if you do not get the win. Come out and have a good showing in maybe your last football game ever. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man, Alvarez. Caught.
Wow.
Nice catch by Alvarez. He really stair-stepped that one.
And that was, I believe, Walton the third again in coverage. Alvarez made him look like a little boy out there.
Absolutely, sure did. You know, Gurdon's had a few passes like that where that could go either way.
Mustangs have actually won all of those
tonight. Yes, absolutely. Gurdon back to pass. Gurdon going deep, looking for Christian Lee. Caught! 10, 5, touchdown Christian Lee.
Add that one to your highlight tape.
Absolutely.
Went right over the back of a Wildcat defender.
Trayvon Smith had no clue what to do on that play as Christian Lee made him look foolish. Christian Lee, great catch. And there you go. Again, like we just said, you're down 3 scores. Go finish strong now. Don't quit. Christian Lee put the ball in the end zone. Extra points coming on. I don't know what to think on this thing.
You can't. You have to go for 2 here, but you're down 17. So
you
miss this when you're down 3 scores. They're huddling up right here. They have abandoned the PAT unit. Can't blame them.
I can't either. No.
And you need the 2 points at some point. So might as well get it here, especially
when you got the heavy package. Gibson in the backfield. Revere.
Give that man the ball.
Gurdon rolls out.
Got a man.
Looking for him.
Oh, how about that?
Caught
off the hands of Dane Roney, looking for him short. Bounces off, and Lee catches it.
Wow.
Mustangs stay alive.
You take that, absolutely.
How about it?
35-20. 35-20.
Another onside kick to come. Mustangs, I believe, have 2 timeouts. The board says 1, but I'm thinking otherwise.
We will have to see. I don't know. I don't know how that thing shook out.
Well, how about that? Isn't it funny when you drop 54 in the first half, all of a sudden you get down in desperation mode and your offense looks the best it's ever looked? That's how it always tends to go at the end of ball games. Offense just clicks.
Well, and
letting your players make some plays.
And the defense too, you know, they kind of ease up a little bit, not to let the big one happen.
But that's the thing. They're not hitting these check down routes that Angleton's giving them. They're going over the top.
Alvarez will come on to the kicking duty again. You've got the hands team in there for Angleton. You've got the strike team in for Friendswood right here. I see Roney. I see Hermes. They're ready to blow somebody up on that right side. Can they get it?
There's a lot of space behind that second line of Angleton defenders.
Oh, absolutely.
About 25 yards of open green. They wanted to possibly pooch this
Think a little pooch could become. We'll see.
I doubt it. I think it's going to be straight onside.
Alvarez, he's had a good one earlier. That ball does not go now.
Oh, Friendswood has it. That went 10. Friendswood recovers.
There you go, baby.
What a beauty. Still alive. Oh, boy. And the Mustangs offense is clicking. Down 15, 3:10 remains. Excellent job of the Mustangs hands team staying patient right there. The Mustangs have 50 yards to go. 3:10 down 15. Let's see what they got. You have receivers with height advantage in Alvarez and Lee.
Going into the wind, see if they can get something here. Garden back to pass. Garden pressured. Garden still on his feet. Garden is going to be dropped for a loss.
4 Wildcats on top of him right there.
Pinball Luke Garden.
Only going to be a loss of 1. Mustangs need to hustle up and get back to the line of scrimmage. There seems to be no urgency right now by these receivers on getting back to the line, but the Mustangs need to hustle.
250.
Get a play in.
250 and counting. Down 15.
And they're letting some serious clock
Yes,
tick
they
off.
are.
They're about to snipe this thing. Angleton running all around, not set.
Nope. There is going to be a
got to be a timeout.
Timeout Angleton.
Yeah, they were nobody was set on that Wildcat defense. Mustangs were going to have, and it would have been a big gain right there. Smart call by the Wildcats to get that thing off.
Glad everybody's still listening tonight here on MCS Sports. Again, crazy things. You just never know what can happen in high school football. Friends were down 3 scores. Now they're down 2, 2:34, and they get the football. I tell you what, with this team, you just never know. You just never know. And I know the Angleton coach has got to be thinking the same thing right here. They would love to be able to coach in the playoffs right now, pull their guys out, but they can't afford to take one player out.
Yeah, taking one like this at the end of the game on the chin would do some serious damage to that confidence going into playoff season.
Well, I know we're not ready to call this thing a season for sure. We'd love to have another game or two. Nothing like Texas high school football playoff season. This game is playoff atmosphere, no doubt about it. Twin receivers to both sides. Revere stays the active block. Garden pass to Lee. He's got him. Oh, no, over his head. Almost intercepted, but incomplete.
Yeah, safety over top right there.
Chaney
had Lee. Lee broke off his first man. Was Trayvon Smith, left him in the dust, but the safety over top saves the day. Lee had to break that up, as he's done a couple times tonight. 3rd and 11,
Garden,
2:28.
Garden's really getting some air into that ball into the wind, and I think that's playing a little bit of a factor for him as he's overthrowing passes that he's not used to overthrowing. He's really putting it in the air. Garden rolls to his right, back to pass. That ball is intercepted.
That one's picked
by the Wildcats. Down at the 49-yard line, Cameron Stone with the big pick. And I'm not going to say that's going to do it. You just don't know the way this is going.
Friendswood says they have 1 time out on the board. 2:20 remains. Should be able to tick off to put this thing about a minute left.
On their own 48-yard line of the Wildcats. 2:20 left in this ball game.
I believe that's Gurdon's 3rd interception on the night as well.
Right.
Tough break for the young sophomore. But had to throw that ball.
Oh, absolutely. Single receiver to both sides. 2 backs in the backfield for Cosme. Toss.
Ball on the turf.
There you go.
Has it.
Mike Hermes with the recovery. I told you not to leave.
What? Angleton is really going out of their way to keep Friendswood in the ball game.
They do not want to go to the playoffs with a win, apparently.
Goodness, Friendswood gets to try again.
That was Jordan Jones.
And I'm pretty positive that's turnover number 4, maybe 5 for the Wildcats.
My goodness, Jordan Jones just frustrated with himself, and he should be.
And Angleton, they're not going to come out of this game happy because they have played some sloppy football down the stretch.
Oh, absolutely. And
these are situations where if you're in the playoffs next week and you let it happen, you are going to lose.
Yes, you will. Uh-oh, blitz coming. Garden gets away from one. Still on his feet, got a man. That's incomplete.
Ball thrown a little low, looking for Johnson across the formation.
Who was in the backfield that time, Justin?
Oh, who always in the backfield?
Goodness
Rodriguez.
gracious.
He has had an absolute whale of a game tonight. I'll tell you what, Gurdon does a great job of eluding pressure.
I agree.
I would not call Gurdon a speedster or elusive, but somehow he always avoids these blitzers. He's been doing it since last year.
Trips receivers to the left side, single receiver up top. Garden back to pass, looking for Alvarez up top. That ball is going to be
picked.
Intercepted. Good gosh.
Number 4 on the night from Gurdon. Alvarez wants pass interference. I think that's a good no call right there. Had to go over top of him. The only chance. I think he's just cramping up down there. Alvarez doing everything in his power to come down that one. Would have been an incredible acrobatic catch. Gurdon threw that ball where Alvarez still has his man 5 yards out in front of him. He was playing that ball like a center fielder, was able to come out and shield Alvarez off to the sideline. And Angleton, hopefully, for the Wildcats' sake, can just get a center to quarterback exchange going on right now, because they've had some serious troubles closing the Mustangs out.
1:59 left here in the ball game. Again, appreciate everyone listening in this year on MCS Sports. Ms. Ford, thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Ms. Lamore, as always, thank you guys. This has been a fun one. Disappointing so far, but we see we can't do something here with a minute 59 left. Handoff, toss around the right side. Excuse me, they're trying to strip that ball out of there.
I thought he almost had it. That was Seth Down trying to rip that thing out.
Couldn't get it out of there.
The can opener trick did not work there.
Corey Addison on the run as they are putting the balls in the hands of guys just with the best hands they can possibly find now. Clock down to 1:36 and counting.
One first down will officially do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Friendswood looks like they're ready to pack this thing in. It was a well-fought game down the stretch. Just could not combat that Angleton speed.
1:15 and counting here. Tight formation for the Wildcats. Hands off to, again, Corey Addison.
Oh, he's still chopping. And he's going to pick up the first down, and that is going to be the ball game.
And that is going to do it, as you said. 1:05 left here in the ball game for Friendswood. Friendswood's going to finish the season 3-4 in district, tied with the Hightower Hurricanes. However, Hightower will go due to their victory over the Mustangs earlier in the season. Friendswood finishes 6-4 on the season and will be shut out of the playoff opportunity for the first time since 2007. A season that started with so much promise. Started out 5-0 and just, everything was going right, and then just seemed like a few mistakes here and there. In all their losses, they were close. I mean, in all honesty, Justin, I'm looking back at their losses, this loss was the one that was probably
your worst loss.
The worst loss. I mean, looking back at all the losses.
In terms of total dominance,
yes,
I think Angleton just looked like the better team tonight.
Until the fourth quarter, I will agree with you 100%. I mean,
and that's just because Angleton's out here playing some sloppy football.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Truthfully,
first half, if you didn't join us,
first half holding that Friendswood offense to 54 yards, it just destroying us on the time of possession. 200 more yards than we had in the first half. It really was total dominance by Angleton, and I've never seen a team put so much pressure on Luke Gurdon. The blitzes were so well executed tonight, and I think that's really the difference.
I will agree, and that's going to do it. The last ball was snapped. The congratulations are going around. And for Friendswood, their season comes to an end at least 1 week short of where they were hoping. Friendswood fans, first time again since 2007, are not going to be able to enjoy the playoffs. For Angleton, congratulations on the win, and good luck to all District 10 5A teams as they start their playoff run. State playoffs start next week. We'll come back right here on MCS Sports to wrap this thing up. Final score here down Angleton 35, Friendswood 20.
Have you been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their experienced loan officers today. Hometown Bank is your local bank with deep roots in our community. With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With so many community banks around town being bought out by larger regional financial institutions, the Texan Bank is standing strong as one of the last true community banks in Houston. They have a strong commitment to do the right thing the right way. They're a full-service, independent community bank with a friendly neighborhood feel, and their new mobile banking products make it easier than ever to bank at your own convenience. Not to mention, they're a proud supporter of the Friendswood Independent School District and the Mustang football team. Call them at 281-276-1818 or visit them online at texanbank.com. They know what it takes to be Texan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This segment is brought to you by Dr. Joe Dankey at Select Spine and Sports Medicine. Dr. Dankey is the only certified sports chiropractor in Friendswood, and his goals are always to get you out of pain and back to action as fast as possible. Select Spine and Sports Medicine provides the best treatment options for neck and back pain as well as sports-related injuries. To find out more, visit chiropractorfriendswood.com.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where Friendswood's season comes to a close with a 35-20 loss to the Angleton Wildcats. Angleton's sloppy play made this thing interesting in the fourth quarter, gave Friendswood some opportunities. Too little, too late, unfortunately, for the Friendswood Mustangs as they fall to 6-4 in the season, 3-4 in district, and again will miss the playoffs for the first time since 2007. I'm just trying to find words right now, and it's just frustrating because this is a quality team that just couldn't seem to, just a few breaks here and there throughout the season, and some of these losses, these 4 losses. I mean, I can go back to every single game and
every game was winnable.
Pinpoint a play or two that you changed that play or two, and you're sitting at 8-2 right now or 9-1, but. That's football, and I guess that a lot of other teams maybe can say that too. But hats off to these seniors. You put in a lot of years for most of these guys. Justin, this is their last football game tonight, and that's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, everybody has your last game. Yeah, everybody has their last game, whether it's high school, college, pro, what have you. But for these seniors, I know their last game came at least a week short than they anticipated.
Yeah, it's always tough, especially for those seniors, like you said, to go out with a loss. But that's how it goes. If you're a playoff team, unless you're the state champs, your season is ending with a loss. And tonight it was a playoff game for the Mustangs.
Oh yeah,
it was playoff atmosphere. It was win or go home, and the Friendswood Mustangs are going home after 11 years straight of making the playoffs, and I'm not saying this is the worst team that Friendswood's had in the past 11 years. This district is absolutely loaded.
Oh, no.
I've never seen one like it.
No, absolutely. This is a playoff caliber squad, no doubt about it. And we said this from game one of the season. This district is going to be a juggernaut, and it proved to be. There was a few teams maybe surprised some people. Shadow Creek winning district surprised Dave Campbell's. Didn't surprise me.
No.
I mean, or most people in the know, I don't think. But Angleton, Foster. I tell you what, Justin, I'm looking forward to seeing 10-5-8 in the playoffs. I think they can make some.
They're definitely going to make some noise.
Yeah.
We've seen kind of all these teams struggle against Friendswood. They're going to have to tune some of those things up, like Angleton tonight. They looked so good in that first half, like a playoff team that could make it a few rounds. That second half, Angleton doesn't look like a team that can get out of the first round if they're to keep up some of that play.
Well, we're going to wrap things up here from Wildcat Stadium. We're going to end up with our player of the game tonight, and for Friendswood, and this is going to be someone that we're going to see more of next year, and I think he's going to have an outstanding senior season. Justin, who we got tonight?
Dane Roney, player of the game. Thought he was making a solid impact early, really forcing those runs back inside, doing a good job. That's tough to do against an Angleton rushing attack that has some serious speed. Also came up with the strip fumble and just held on to that thing, kept the game alive for Friendswood. Just loved his fight tonight. Loved what he did at the end of the game, doing everything he could to keep it alive for his seniors.
Well, Justin, I've enjoyed doing the games with you this year, as always. We hope we get a chance to do these again next year. If we don't, hey, it's been a fun run, and regardless, MCS Sports, great job of getting this thing off the ground this year, and the students were outstanding. Couldn't do it without them, obviously. All we do is talk. These guys do all the work behind the scenes. Again, Daniel Feaster tonight with us. Thank you, Daniel, as always. Appreciate it. and for everyone that's worked with us this year. Thank you guys so much. We're going to wrap it up right here from Wildcat Stadium. For Daniel, for Justin, I'm Kirk Lowe. We'll see you guys next year. MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood Football. You guys be safe. Have a great rest of 2018.
This has been a presentation of Friendswood High School Athletics on the MCS Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Hometown Bank, Select Spine and Sports Medicine, JSC Federal Credit Union, Generators of Houston, Motor Trends, Montz and Mayer Dental Group, and by RE/MAX. Thanks for listening, and go Mustangs!